Good morning. Welcome back. The show that never ends. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
Christy Lee on vacation. That is Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Check. Bob and Tom.
Get my headphones on, or as we call them in the business, my cans.
We do?
No one calls it that anymore. I think. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
I very proudly locked him out of his studio today, and I never laughed so hard in my life. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
He's in the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Hello there.
Hello there, Wolf.
Sorry, that was Wolfman. I was trying to adjust something, and that just fired off.
Wolfie.
That could have been worse.
The Wolfman.
Yeah, sometimes when you just adjust it and it fires off, that can be.
Yeah, this is a weird system. This what do you call the moving arrow on this thing?
The cursor.
The cursor, yeah.
You know why they call it a cursor? Because he carries that in it.
Yeah, well, this one, sometimes when you move it and press the button, it doesn't play anything, so you've got to do a test. But give me two random numbers, Jessica. Go ahead.
6 and 8.
6 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. And, oh, this is nice. Has the sound ever heard that sound?
Probably. Is that like a card shuffler?
A good guess. That's what we called a film projector.
Oh.
Back in the day when dedicated porno fans would have to go buy 16-millimeter reels and learn how to thread them. And young Chick McGee, was that an 8-millimeter Super 8?
8-millimeter in my mom and dad's bedroom. It was locked in the this metal wardrobe they had, if you will. As white trash people all across the country have the metal wardrobe in their bedroom, and they had the projector in there. And I found a movie, and I threaded it, and I got it going, and then the movie stopped, and
the light melted the film?
The light melted the film, and I took apart everything and put it back in the wardrobe, and nothing was ever said.
Do you remember the content of the film?
There was a bed. It was black and white. There was a woman. There was a man.
So it was pornographic?
Yes. It was very, very.
Well, didn't the old pornos start with an actual scenario?
I don't think
the salesman comes to the door, and because you were telling me, Josh, today's porno gets right to it.
No, that's the porno I like. The so-called gonzo. Let's just get right to it. But there's still plenty with scenarios and
oh, really? They
yes.
have the okay.
Yeah, you know, like Bang Bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
They got every. It's like there's like skate video inspired stuff. There's everything.
There's
man.
cab driver.
No, am I
strange crack cab driver?
I presumably, I know that there is a repository for classic films in America. They make an effort to make sure that great movies are preserved, because so many great movies were lost from the early period of film. I almost don't want to ask: has someone created a repository, if you will, or an archive of all the old porno that's now been digitized? And if so,
geez.
Are there men and or women that would want to see that?
I'm going to say probably and yes. Of course, there's something for everybody. You know that.
I'm curious of what 1920s porn looked like. Or
I've seen it. I went to the Sex Museum in Amsterdam, and they had a room that was showing, like, it had like the history of.
So it's black and white.
Yeah.
Do they still play that weird kind of piano rag music?
It was quiet, but yes, I've seen that on
like the Keystone Cops. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Interesting.
A lot of the one I remember, though, like you, and I don't know why this sticks in my mind, but the woman in this movie of my parents was, my parents weren't in the movie, they had the movie.
Yeah.
Very hirsute.
Yes.
Oh,
there was no shaving of any.
Very much so. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I remember.
Big old hairy V right there.
Nice.
I can remember many phone calls we've had on this show. I will never forget the one because it was from Cincinnati. And you remember this one? The mom had died, or the mother-in-law. And they were up in the attic, and they found a film canister.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And they put it in, and it was a pornographic film.
Featuring.
And it was professionally made.
Very much so.
And the mom was in it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So then the question is, how long do you let it go?
No, I thought the question is, what else has she made?
Have I seen you in anything else?
Yes. Well, can you give me an idea about
Very, very awkward.
your process? Do you have a
Very awkward. And I have a contemporary news problem.
You got a lot of problems.
Well, I don't want to go into the whole politics of the thing, but can we just use the word porno or pornography instead of adult film actress? Okay? I'm getting a little tired of it.
No. I'm okay with that.
I've heard both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard in that context.
I don't think there's
porn star and
I think they're
adult film
I think they're
actress.
trying to dignify it. Adult film actress.
That's your brain down the road.
I think there is a certain aspect of that where they are going. Porn star sounds sleazy. Adult film actress sounds better.
Yes, when you say porn star testifying, hey, wait a minute.
Do you know what you just did? You did it right. You said porn.
Yeah, that's
Instead of porno.
I mean, it should be porno. That's much funnier.
comedically.
I'm just saying, adult cinema, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Why are we talking about this?
We're horny? I don't know.
Okay, great.
Dude, I'm so.
Yeah, the film strip. She accidentally hit the phone.
Oh,
She
yeah,
picked the
sorry.
film strip number.
Thank you very much.
Tom, the boy's horny. Do something about that.
It's Instagram, man. I don't have a chance. I wake up, I'm just scrolling on my phone. Boobs. One girl does a turnaround, you get the butt and the boobs. I don't know what to do.
God, I'm growing old. It's not me. I grab my phone. Outside temperature, check.
Well, at least you
News
started
group, check. Oh, look, they're talking about the adult cinema star again.
How can you
Really?
guys stand? I look at my phone to see what time it is. Well, no, I know what time it is usually because my alarm wakes me up, and then I don't look at any of that stuff until.
Oh, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's
Does anybody really know what
It's-
time it is?
that's right. It's brine time.
Brine time.
Brine time.
Hey, listen.
Time, baby.
Brine time, baby.
I went to the gym yesterday, and the gym that I go to has converted their basketball courts
You know why?
into pickleball. Let me just say this.
They're
It was
very popular.
middle of the day, pickleball courts full.
There you go.
Middle of the day, what was just on a Thursday, full.
And I would imagine they're scheduled out 2 or 3 weeks in
Yeah,
advance.
I
if
talked
not
to them. They
months.
said, yeah, it's always full. So I'm taking it up. It's going to be my next thing.
Me and you, we could be pickleball hustlers.
Apparently,
We're really
the
good
great
at
thing
it.
about pickleball is you're close enough. You can have a nice chat with everybody.
That's cool.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? Well, you know, when I started in broadcasting,
Yeah, that's me. I'm going to get.
I forgot. What's the score? I've forgotten.
It's 4-3. By the way, I'm going to try to swallow my own racket. How about that?
Interesting stuff going on out there. Yeah, but I don't. What's the first thing you do, Chick, when you get it? Do you look at your phone? Do you go through sports
Yeah,
scores?
no, I go through. I go to what is that app called? I told you yesterday, Willie. You asked me what app I use.
That's so
for
bad
bookmark.
for you guys.
The score. I look at the score, see what's going on, then I go to Instagram, and I look at that for a little bit, see what my imaginary friends are up to, and then Twitter changed their interface. I don't care for that. I look at Twitter when I'm here, and that's about it. And I check my email. And check my money, how it's moving.
Nice.
You know,
Sure.
I can answer that question.
No.
South.
In the words of Deion Sanders, money doesn't move me.
Nice.
I move money.
Very nice.
Okay.
Really?
He's so cool.
He is so until the big scandal that's coming. He's so cool.
Yeah, he moves money. I lose money is currently what's happening with me. Well, we have a lot to get to today, including some sports.
Some mornings I check and see if I can afford lunch, stuff like that.
Coming up.
You got to spend money, make money.
A couple surprises coming up today. Also, in studio guest today, Reno Collier.
Man, I wish you'd have told me that.
Yesterday, if you were hanging around later in the show, we had a very unusual guest. Randy Feltface was here with us. You might want to check the various video versions of this show.
It's great to meet Randy.
Randy Feltface, a puppet man, and wisecracker. Now, I've got a couple super interesting stories that I'm really excited about these. And a couple of really good sports stories and a bunch of world records today.
Would you classify the stories that as fascinating?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah, we have a story about a live platypus. I don't think I would even know what a platypus looks like.
Sure. Yeah, it's got a duck bill and a weird tail. And,
Yeah.
It's like an otter.
Yeah, but a legit news story about that. A cool story coming out of Major League Baseball I have never worn those shoes called Crocs.
Oh, they're great. I love the Crocs.
Nope.
Well, there's a Crocs world record.
Never.
Wear them around the house.
No
You
Crocs.
wear them out.
Do you have
summertime.
giblets? The little
And then-
giblets to put in there?
I don't have them.
You know, everybody has something that, what's that word they use now? Triggering.
No Crocs ever.
Like there's certain things that trigger me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I for example, I can't watch that Guardians of the Galaxy movie because I'm not joking, I get the heebie-jeebies when I see that creature with the
Groot?
just thinking about it. Yeah,
The tree man?
yeah.
Even Baby Groot?
I'm serious. I cannot watch it.
He
I
dances?
seriously get heebie-jeebies. I also don't like it when people crack their knuckles. That kind
okay,
of body cracking bone. There's a story about a world record for that. That's kind of weird.
Ugh, that is weird.
And missing thumb in the news. All that's
Missing
coming
fun or missing thumb?
up.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Hope he's not trying to hitchhike.
Yeah.
Well,
Get nowhere fast.
What is that? The one-legged hitchhiker? Hop in? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
wasn't it a? Wait a minute.
I think there's another.
What's the one ass kicker with a what is it?
A one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
There we go. God, I love that one.
yeah,
That's a classic.
That's a good one.
Fill in the rest of that joke yourself,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't expect us to do all this, okay?
Come on.
Jeez. Help us out.
We just got up. Now, we appreciate your being here very much. And we'd like to speak for your tongue. Your tongue would like to say to you, I have taste buds, and I'm getting really tired of eating at the same places and eating the food that you're cooking. How about shaking your life up a little bit with something super cool like HelloFresh?
Shake it.
HelloFresh does the grocery shopping. They do the measuring. They give you all the stuff you need and the recipe cards, easy to follow. And right now, you can save a staggering 50% at HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. I'll explain more about that in a second. HelloFresh has some cool new stuff like these quick and easy meals. So you're spending 15 minutes or less putting them together. And we're talking about all kinds of food, whatever your, let's use the word food lifestyle might be. If you're vegan, they've got you covered. If you want good old-fashioned comfort food, they've got you. And everything in between, you can switch proteins around. They've got it all. And your taste buds are going, hello, could we try something new? Let's do something new. The new year's not even that new anymore, so it's time to shake up your life a little bit. Quality ingredients from HelloFresh. Willie, give me an example of something they've been working on.
Check out the sweet chili pork bowls with bell pepper and candied peanuts. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Put those together in 6 simple steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious bowl that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
Save on food waste, save money because they're buying in bulk. You have a great time. By the way, great for date night. You can put it together. Hand me that, baby. We'll put that in. Everything's all measured out for you. HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Also a fun way to help the kids learn how to cook. HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Once again, BTShow50 knocks 50% off. And that first box ships for free. HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Coming up, Crocs, cracking joints.
And vintage beer returns.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yep.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Ah, Joshua, you have to have proper support.
Huh.
Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific.
Give me
See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Now, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
Really, really
The
tiny.
tiniest.
Yeah,
Yes.
little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Bound. Chicka down, down, down. Woo. Does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Now, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
Really, really
The
tiny.
tiniest.
Yeah,
Yes.
little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Bound. Chicka down, down, down. Woo. Does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
I bet you were fun in school.
Had a good time at school.
Yeah, I bet the teachers loved you.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, right. Yeah, I went to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about this. You look like you spend a lot of time lifting weights. Are you a fitness buff?
Yeah, I like to pump a little iron, you know what I mean? I drink the protein shakes, take the vitamins, take the St. John's for my wart. I do the whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a wart, do you?
I like to go out and chalk up. The whole key is chalking up. You got to chalk up when you go. You got to chalk it up. I got the weight belt on. Chicks dig the weight belts. They dig the weight belts with a name on the back. You know, Steve. I don't know who Steve is, but he's missing his weight belt. Is that what you were waiting for? That's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like to pump it up. You got to be in top shape because I play golf.
You do?
You guys know the golf bit.
Oh, yeah.
I love golf. I got a lot
bit.
of golf. I got some new golf jokes. I play a lot of golf. Oh, yeah. Every hole, like 14,000 strokes. That's a lot of golf. You know what I mean? I look like a propeller out there just swinging away. I love golf. I swing with one hand. I don't even use two hands. I don't care. The instructor's always trying to change your grip. Like, yeah, you're not the boss of me. I hit that ball as hard as I can, walk 6 feet, and hit it again. Every hole I use the driver. Par 3, I don't want to see a 7-iron. I let the big dog eat. I grip and rip it. I got the weight belt on. Steve's playing some golf, baby. You give me a golf cart, a 12-pack, and a lake, I'll show you how to have fun all day. You ever wonder how far a golf cart can go on a lake before it sinks? You ever wonder? 13 feet. I love golf. What a sport. It's a good sport.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Why do you have to get drunk to be an ass? Why do you have to get tight before you get loose? Why do you need a double before you get into trouble? Can't you get into trouble without an excuse? You want to get up and get out and get free and get crazy. But why do you have to start by getting stoned? 'Cause Pat, you don't have to get drunk to be an ass. You can be an ass on your own.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacay. That is Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Yes.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Got that joke of the day, the award-winning joke of the day coming up.
Thank you, America.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and I've got I think, a swell email for Tom. Here's
Okay, I've
Tom
got a
Griswold.
stack of letters. Can we do this one first since we were just talking about this?
All right.
I did a random sound effect because I've got the sound effect machine in front of me. And the
Whoa.
I just did some.
That
and
sounded just like
this
it.
was the sound effect, which is an old-fashioned film projector. And
although it does sound like a drug dealer's money counter.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Or the old-fashioned airport signs that would flip. Remember those?
You really like those.
Those were so cool.
You know, you can get those clocks. They're available.
They still have those on flipper things?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
You got to look for them, but they're out there.
But anyway, I was just asking Josh, who's somewhat of a historian about pornos, and you went to the, what was it, the porno museum you went to?
Sex Museum in Amsterdam, world famous.
And I was just kind of curious if someone had archived, or what's the word I'm looking for, digitized what would be considered, I guess, classic porno from back in the day. And because I imagine there's probably an appetite. Someone probably out there, probably some guy, I'm thinking, that's what floats his boat, if you will.
I bet, yeah.
You know, everyone gets kind of imprinted sexually, and you get whatever it is that turns you on.
Remember when we were in Wisconsin, there's a tavern that has smut and eggs. Smut and eggs Saturday morning?
Yeah, in Chicago, there's a couple bars that did chicken and porn.
Oh. And that was all vintage porn in Wisconsin, all black and white. No volume, but they were going at it. Yeah.
What's this? Can't you just enjoy breakfast and have a conversation? You really want to look up and see, wow, is that Willie Nelson's face? Oh, no, your legs are spread.
You're familiar with this term. It's fun. What did you say is fun? You say that all the time about stupid stuff.
Now, this is fun.
Okay.
This comes to us from Brian. He was listening a few minutes ago, and he said, we were installing the tile and carpet in a brand new movie theater. A regular movie theater, he points out. And after we got the thing done, they threw us a party. The big surprise was antique black and white porno playing in one of the theaters.
Wow.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. Now, could that be actionable in today's world?
Now, probably.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
At a party, if the company is showing pornography, I would think so. Yeah.
I'm sure these guys were all. They knew their audience, I bet.
Yeah, but I mean, even so, you could.
You
probably have to. What is it? Give them a trigger warning. By the way, if a black and white heterosexual humping is on your list, you don't want to go in that room. Okay. You said you had a letter, Mike?
I did. We're talking about vintage beer tailgating going on at Lambeau Field for Packer games.
We're talking Stroh's.
Right, you had that?
We're talking Pabst. We're talking
Carling Black Label.
Schaefer.
You want more than one beer. This guy's first name is Davis.
Huh.
Very nice. Davis says, I'm a couple days late, but here's a beer to add to the list. And one magical summer, I don't know if I've ever told you this. I rode my bike out by the Correctional Institute near my house. That's right. The London Correctional Institute. I think it's still there.
Oh, okay.
And I would look for beer cans. I had a beer can collection.
Oh.
The summer of 72 or 3, I think. And one of the cans I found was from the Griesesdieck brothers, Papa Joe Griesesdieck. He had.
Is it pronounced with a Z or an S?
I always said Griesesdieck.
Did you say greasy or greasy?
I say greasy.
Okay. How do they
Bob
spell
Greasy.
it?
GR, like greasy, Bob Greasy, and then your dick.
I heard people say greasy dick though, because in reference to this.
Papa Joe Griesesdieck is a brewer, and he's with a big name brewery, and the name escapes me right now. Somebody will tell me. But there was a Griesesdieck beer for.
Because I remember people, hey, how about a greasy dick? And I remember thinking it was so funny that's.
Yeah.
Like I was young though.
Yeah, that'd be very, very awkward to say.
But I think
Jessica, you got to get some context before you say how about a greasy dick.
I think I think he's German, so Griesesdieck doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah.
Did you ever taste it?
No, it was an empty beer can. So if it was greasy shots, maybe that would be filthy in Germany, right?
Who knows?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, this all started with a letter from Mike from Wisconsin, who and his buddies every year. This sounds like such a cool thing. They go to a Packer game, and they do what they call retro beer tailgating. And among the classics they've had over the years, Hams, Huber, Stroh's, Rhinelander, Schlitz, Blatz. So a lot of these are regional beers.
Now, Tom, speaking of classic beers, early 80s, there were a line of products, including beer, that were just generic.
Yeah, white label.
Yeah, white can and I think a bar.
My uncle used to have some of that.
It just said beer?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Wow. Does it come with sorrow, or do you supply it yourself?
I remember trying it. It was like, ew.
Hey, today is National Beer Day. So this is
kidding.
Really appropriate.
I knew a guy named, doesn't matter what his name was, Dwayne, smoked generic cigarettes.
Oh.
was a Mason.
looked down on him because he smoked.
No, I mean, Dwayne would be. This guy was an artist. I mean, he was a genius. With he would build fireplaces out of the local stone. I mean, just amazing. But he would always show up at work when he showed up, which was like.
Well, if he was a Mason, he had his Illuminati meetings.
No, not that kind of Mason. He would always bring. He would bring a loaf of white bread.
Nice.
And a thing of bologna and separate, and then he would just make these bologna sandwiches.
That's not bad.
Smoke his generics.
Maybe some mustard.
And he had the generic,
mayonnaise.
the long. I don't forget the long cigarettes, whatever they called them.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Yeah,
the long.
So he bought the cigarettes. He didn't roll his own.
No, he did not roll his own. But yeah,
Griesesdieck Brothers Beer. Historic St. Louis beer brand.
That's how I know it then, yeah.
Evidently, the Griesesdieck family once owned 3 St. Louis area breweries. Griesesdieck Brothers, including Stag Beer and Falstaff.
Oh, man, Falstaff.
There you go.
Should have had a beer called Fluffer.
Because as a kid, I'd hear somebody go, hey, you want a greasy dick? And I'd be like, oh, man, I can't. How am I supposed to not laugh at this?
How did they not use the slogan?
Torture.
Griesesdieck, it goes down easy. Why didn't they? Come on. German immigrant.
Or it goes in easy.
Either one.
Smooth and filling.
German immigrant Anton Griesesdieck, not Greasy Nick, brought his family brewing tradition to from Stromberg, Germany to St. Louis about 1866.
Okay.
And that's it.
There you go. And you had a can.
And they sponsored Harry Carey during sports broadcasts.
Nice.
Behind the microphone, a radio broadcast sponsored by Griesesdieck Brothers.
Yeah, he used to do St. Louis.
We have a Harry Carey tribute. We can play that, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But right now, I got a little quick letter here. Yesterday, we were talking with Al Jackson. And what was the term? What was the word he asked me about?
In my bag?
Trick bag.
Trick bag. Oh. And I mentioned, trick bag. And can you use, how did he apply the word trick bag again?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't either.
I remember in my bag. That means doing your thing.
When it's like your ex is trying to say you did something, but like, I don't want to be a part of your trick bag.
Yeah.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
I thought it was like a prostitute takes supplies with her in her trick bag.
Right.
No, see, this is getting confusing.
She's on a trick.
And then your mom
worked third trick.
She used to call her shift a trick.
My mom and dad both worked at places where they consider their shift. They didn't use the word shift. They used trick. First, second, third trick.
When he said trick bag, I, of course, assumed it was a reference to the great Tower of Power song, What is Hip?
As you do.
Again? Really?
You in a hip trip. Maybe hipper than hip. What is hip? One of the great horn pop songs of all time. Got a nice letter here from Brandon in Lafayette. He said, Tom nails it on the head. The funkiest thing ever to come out of Oakland. Tower of Power. Oh, isn't that nice? Then he said, by the way, Chick, I may agree with you as to the best Tower of Power song. Is it
So Very Hard
that
to Go?
Or So Very Hard to Go?
I got to make it right for everyone concerned.
This guy's a great vocalist.
Even if it means, even if it's me, if it means it's a me.
The one getting burned.
One's getting burned.
That's right.
How do you sing like that?
Everything about it's great.
Never made you unhappy.
Can you imagine?
No, I couldn't do that, girl.
Can you believe it?
I didn't love you
If you
so.
could do that.
My problem with that is they didn't get the horns tight enough.
What?
Yeah, exactly. One more time, guys.
Come on.
It's real loose, isn't it?
Stop messing around.
Today's recommendation, go grab yourself some Tower of Power. God,
If I saw that live, I think I would cry. Because it was just so perfect. Just when everything is hitting exactly right.
I've actually seen the Tower of Power horns live.
Have you seen that song?
No, not with that vocalist, but that guy. I mean, he's ridiculous. Yeah, he's great. Can you imagine being able to do that? Get up every morning and just, I'll do this for a few minutes. So thank you for the letter, Brandon. We certainly appreciate it. And now,
And speaking of music, let's go from that to Pat Godwin. Pat?
Yes. Well, before we get to that, I got a couple different things here. You mentioned Harry Carey.
Yeah.
The great announcer.
Play ball.
Concluded his career with the Chicago Cubs, of course.
I think concluded his life.
Oh, for sure. Most famous with the Cubs.
Yeah, and I actually met him during a Cub game.
There's pictures floating of you and Bob around.
Yeah, and he was holding what looked like one of those stadium beers. And there was ice in it, and judging by the aroma, scotch.
Wow. Was his wife's name Dutchie? Am I remembering that right?
I don't remember.
But here's a...
here's a machine.
Tribute.
I can look it up.
Here's a tribute right here.
Joining us in the interview loft, comedian John Caponera. John's a great stand-up comedian, a veteran of the world of stand-up comedy. Started in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now, Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Vin Scully. Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips.
Yeah.
And he thinks he knows what they're saying on the field. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. He says he doesn't like Fuddruckers, says to go to Fuddruckers yourself. Tracy says you got to try the ground chuck, you. The ump says chuck you too and tosses him out of the game. Well, how do you like that? You offer somebody dinner and they throw you out of the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. He's like Sominex. He's like, Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday. We got the best of Charles Bronson right here on TBS. Death Wish 1 through 25 right here on TBS. Well, I guess that was the game winner. Seems to be shaking hands and patting each other. Tune in Wednesday when the Cubs come to face the Braves right here on TBS.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. He's got no personality. What the hell is he talking about? You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey, check out the kid in the sombrero. That's a good-looking youngster, huh? You're like, what the hell is that?
John Caponera and the classic Harry Carey. We got more if you want.
Dolores was his wife, nicknamed Dutchie.
All right. Very good.
Look at that.
Very good. Doing some retro beer and some retro baseball announcing today.
Yeah.
You want to give me a teaser as to what's coming up?
We've got first round of the Masters. We'll talk about it. Tiger is not in the lead. Phil Mickelson played better than Tiger, actually, but just by one stroke or three.
Tiger, you'll recall, had 12 surgeries, a mangled leg.
Well, you drive better. That doesn't happen.
How about your putting?
Speeding around a curve.
Plain speaking, Josh Arnold. Man from Sweden, crocodiles, the Catholics.
Oh.
And
there's a great story.
Moisturizer coming up.
If you're a Catholic in Pittsburgh and want to go to the home opener, we got some news for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is really funny.
It's today?
Yeah.
Today's
Good Friday. Yeah, happy Good Friday to all.
No, in radio business, it's Good Friday. Hey, how you doing?
I like to think there's a pastor out there that's an old DJ. He can't help himself. A Good Friday.
Hey, I got my sermon coming up. We'll have weather and traffic at the 10s.
Of course, Good Friday brought to you by Rolling Rock Beer.
So now we had to go sacrilegious on Good Friday. Okay.
That's right.
Drive your new car to hell. Right now, I want to talk about safety and security.
Talk to me.
And how you want to make sure that you're secure in your home.
You can't have a true compound without securing.
Yeah, this is the simplest, easy. And if you don't believe us, every review of Simply Safe is amazing.
Stellar.
Simply Safe Homes. Tell me more, Chick.
Simply Safe, designed with cutting-edge technology and backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. You got an emergency? Well, Simply Safe agents leap to work with Fast Protect technology, only from Simply Safe, by the way, capturing critical evidence and verifying the threat is real, so you get priority police dispatch. Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring. That service costs under $1 a day, far less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your doors, by the way, access your cameras, and arm and disarm your system from anywhere right there on your smartphone. And CNET, you've heard of them. They named Simply Safe the editor's choice for 2023, and a year before that, and a year before that. Customize the perfect system for your home and then install it yourself in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera. Plus, because you know us, you get 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. There's nothing like peace of mind, Tom, and there's no safe like Simply Safe.
That's right. And make sure to get those smoke detectors, and absolutely make sure to get a carbon monoxide detector, especially if you have an attached garage. A little tip there. And when we come back, I know you're sick of my white squirrel talk, but we do have one final letter from someone who saw a white squirrel.
I got one.
We'll hear about it in just a second, and it's well worth the wait.
There's a festival.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888.
Just before we went back to air,
we were talking with Theo.
Theo threw a new word at me, and
a new phrase.
I'm not aware of this. There is something out there called the Lucky Pierre, which, well, Theo, you didn't really give me much information, but go ahead, flesh this out for me, literally.
It's something that I've heard that the kids are doing. It's
the kids would be you.
Yeah, you're a kid, huh?
Yeah, well, in this story, I'm not the kid in this one. It's if there's a threesome going on, which I enjoy.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Now, threesome. So threesome would be, say, you and two ladies.
Yeah, me and two ladies.
Yeah.
However, if it's three fellas, then I've heard the term.
What?
Yeah, there's a thing. It's they used to call it the train back in the 70s, but
three guys.
If it's three guys
and no ladies,
and they call the guy in the middle the Lucky Pierre.
Do they now? I don't see that all that lucky.
The or the manata. That's what I've heard it called as well.
There you go.
Oh man, the manata. I love it.
.com, all the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to all of our social media sites. One stop, one shop, right there for you. BobandTom.com is where you go to find out more about where everyone's appearing, including Donnie Baker tonight at the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Then Saturday night, April 8th, Donnie Baker at the Preston Arts Center in Henderson, Kentucky. DonnieBaker.com for more. Rolling through a Friday with you on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom news headlines. We begin with unrest in the Middle East. Israel has launched rare strikes in southern Lebanon and pressed on with bombing targets in the Gaza Strip. Friday's strikes marked a widening escalation in the region following violence this week at Jerusalem's most sensitive holy site. The cross-border fighting erupted during a delicate time. Jews celebrating the Passover holiday, Muslims marking the Ramadan holy month. Similar tensions spilled over into an 11-day war between Israel and Gaza's Hamas rulers in 2021. Israeli strikes in Lebanon carry the risk of drawing Lebanon's heavily armed Hezbollah militia into the fighting. Iran-backed Hezbollah is viewed by Israel as a bitter foe and holds sway over much of southern Lebanon. Tennessee's GOP-dominated House has expelled 2 of 3 Democratic members for their roles in a demonstration in favor of gun control following the Nashville school shooting. The chamber split votes to oust Representatives Justin Pearson and Justin Jones Thursday, while narrowly sparing Representative Gloria Johnson. have also drawn accusations of racism. Pearson, Jones, Black, Johnson, White. Republican leaders deny that race was a factor, however. Expulsions are an extraordinary move that the chamber has used only extremely rarely since the Civil War. Americans deeply opposed to cutting into Medicare or Social Security benefits, and most support raising taxes on the nation's highest earners to keep Medicare running as is. The new findings revealed in a March poll by the AP Nork Center for Public Affairs Research came as both safety net programs are poised to run out of enough cash to pay out full benefits within the next decade. Just as I'm about ready to retire. That's great. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
I'm sick of being sick. I've been in my bed all week. I feel like dick. I'm sick of my TV. Now I'm hooked on all the soaps on ABC. I try to read a magazine or hear the radio or watch the Bad News Bears again on in HBO. I'm sick of being home, 'cause you think of stupid things when you're alone. I'm sick of this old house, and today I might try on my wife's new blouse. I saw two women fight like cats on Jerry Springer's show because their mom was sleeping with their older brother Joe. I'm sick of feeling bad, but at least my older brother's not my dad. I'm sick of these four walls, and my arms are tired of playing with my dog. I'm sick.
Bravo.
Thank you. Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. Jessica Halsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold. That's
Hello.
the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Thank you, Chick. Sorry to step on you.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and here's Tom. And I think we've come full circle on one of our topics.
What's that?
The white squirrels of North Carolina.
I got a great letter about it.
Wow.
From Brevard, North Carolina.
Can we explain why we're talking about this?
White Squirrel Days. Go ahead.
The other day, I'm not living at my own house, but where I'm living, I looked out in the backyard, and I thought, that's weird. There's a possum. You don't usually see them during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be a squirrel that was kind of mostly white, but not, it was just weird. And I thought, was it like half albino? And then someone explained these are called, piebald squirrels. And then I mentioned there are black squirrels where I grew up in Michigan. Hemingway writes about them, of course, in our time. Who wouldn't know that? But the point is that we started receiving all these letters about black squirrels and white squirrels, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what does this one say?
It's White Squirrel Days. Labor Day weekend. They have a white squirrel race. They have red red, blue, and white squirrel.
I thought you were going to say roast. Squirrel on a stick.
They have a white squirrel cycling classic. Now, I don't know how they get squirrels on bikes. But it's for people. And
You've seen the squirrel water skis, right?
I got so excited.
I used to be down on that. Isn't his name like Chippy or something? What was it? He had a name because it used to be on CNN headline news. Oh, that was their logo forever.
I must have walked by one of these one time, a big white squirrel festival, because they were having a race apparently, because everybody, just sort of these young men, or they were all carrying these torches and they were yelling, "Let's go Whites race! Let's go Whites race!"
Oh my God!
I went, oh, it must be one of those.
Trying to talk about white squirrels.
Must be one of those squirrels.
Now, Josh Arnold angers America.
I'm just saying, I must have happened upon that. I didn't stop. I know nothing about those.
I can only read part of this letter because
Tiki torch sales up or down after that?
This comes to us from Valerie.
Great song by the Monkees.
Yes, indeed. She is from a place known as Pekin. Pekin.
Oh, no.
Pekin, Illinois. No, I'm not going to read about that.
Not
She mentions
school.
that.
Okay.
There's an unfortunate history.
Is it still that way?
No.
Okay.
They're now called the Pekin Dragons.
Perfect. That's much better.
Apparently, I guess they do have some of those white squirrels there.
Okay.
And she goes, she was in the neighbor's yard, and her husband looked up and said, "Oh, my God, somebody shaved that cat." It was a white squirrel, you see. Thank you very much for taking the time to write, Valerie. We certainly appreciate
Is
it.
Twiggy the water skiing squirrel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Twiggy's
genius.
And in the early days of cable television, CNN ran the same promotional trailer for, it seemed like forever. Remember, there was a Woody Woodpecker head in it?
Yeah.
From some parade or something, and there was the water skiing squirrel who toured for the longest time. I'm not sure Twiggy is still with us.
Yeah, the road got to him.
There's a Twiggy, I'm sure. Yeah, did it? Oh, no.
And I was against
white or green.
I was against the water skiing squirrel and for the skateboarding bulldog. Remember the skateboarding bulldog?
I'm a big fan of that guy.
Because he actually made the skateboard go. He would put two paws on the ground and push himself, and he'd hop on the skateboard and go down the road. And I thought the squirrel was stapled to the water skis.
No.
Turns out it's his choice to stay on the skis.
Yeah, which is great.
Holding onto the perch.
Yeah, the staple thing. Yeah, that would be.
You would think that's exactly what they did. But no. Thank goodness.
Yes, you would think that.
In the early days of Hollywood, that's what they would have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Staple the animal to the thing. We'll get the shot.
Friday, May 26th, 2023 at 5:30, White Squirrel Weekend begins until May 28th in Brevard County downtown. This beloved White Squirrel Weekend combines a stellar live music lineup, a smorgasbord of tasty offerings, squirrels and everything.
Nothing but whites they have on the band.
And
again,
craft breweries.
They got to be careful.
Tom, I'm trying.
Move on. I ruined it.
I just wanted to say that.
Yes, you ruined
There are squirrels of every stripe out there, and I'm a big squirrel fan. I know you are not, Chick. You call them tree rats.
They carry disease. Look it up.
Okay.
Tom, you can hand feed them. They're very nice. They don't try to bite you. They just want the peanut.
Right up until you get Ebola. Okay. You can feed them. Yeah.
We used to have what was the name of that squirrel? Where the kids used to all swim. There was a squirrel they'd feed those red things to. Skittles. They named the squirrel Skittles.
Which round of kids are you talking about here?
Right there, right across the street.
This was me?
Yeah.
This is the OGs?
Yeah, the OGs, the Skittles. Yeah, the Skittles was the squirrel, and you guys would all feed that little critter your Skittles.
Must have repressed that somewhere.
I'm sure there's probably, I can imagine there's some memory. Never mind.
And it's your fault. Damn kids.
Ace, this guy says, I remember the white and generic beer with the word beer on it. Mm-hmm. They also had one with just the two words light beer. Wow.
I don't remember the beers. I remember they were supposed to be out there, but I never saw them.
About the cereal?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
It really did just say cereal?
Black and
Not
white.
even like
Might have said
flakes.
flakes on it.
Yeah.
There was a magical time when there were a lot of generic stuff out there. A white carton with black.
And isn't it typically just some regular cereal company prints
Well, still now, one of the cereal companies, they bags of cereal.
I was going to say, do they still have the boxes and then the bags down below?
I've seen that, yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you buy generic beer, it's probably one of the regular main beer companies.
Well, it's like back when I first got a cat, I bought a certain brand, and then I noticed that same brand had like 3 others more, less expensive.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can move on and get to the world of sports with Chick McGee.
Well, first of all, I was telling you about my beer can collecting days, and I mentioned the London Correctional Institute. Dear Chick, it's still in operation. My first husband worked there. They do an employee award every year in his memory.
Wow.
He must have been a big shot. The LCI, as we call it, when you're from that area.
I see.
They're going to celebrate their 100-year anniversary.
Wow.
It opened in 1923.
The sad thing is there's one inmate who has been there the whole time.
And he still remembers the young, succulent boy who would taunt the...
I wandered the meadow like a summer day, Tom.
Yes, bending over, looking for beer cans in the dirt.
Yeah.
Teasing.
This poor guy's been there so long, they call him Guantanamo.
You shout down to
Hey,
him.
we ever going to have a trial?
You yell at him, how's it going down there? And he said, did we win the war? Living in this area makes me happy to hear you mention this. Love you all. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. That's from Teresa with a hyphenated name that I'll ignore. Coming up in sports, we've got a look at the first round of the Masters. We'll talk about Tiger and Lefty and the live golfers and a Swedish guy and Crocs I don't care for, and I don't care for Catholics. Coming up.
Now Chick McGee angers.
I'm
a large
joking.
portion.
Chick McGee angers Catholics.
Interesting news if you are of the Catholic faith on this Good Friday, particularly if you are A, baseball fan, and B, want to go to the Pirates home opener.
Good Friday.
Real quick, catch up, and I'll let you go here. This beer, you say it's pronounced Griesesdieck.
Griesesdieck.
And it's Griesesdieck.
Yes.
Is that correct?
There's an extra E in there. I know
Chris writes, on my birthday, I'll bet Greasy Dick in the can would be a nice gift.
Greasy Dick in the can. How did we miss that?
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the observation. You're my favorite listener. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Into the sky, jumping bones across gaping holes. There are devil dogs and yodels on the canyon floor, making way. Atomic wedge speedo. He ain't afraid to say he's bringing Harry back. Heart attack, libido. I said libido. Libido. Well, fuck your RPM. Along the way, he's making new friends. Adrenaline. I brought my helmet. Don't back away. Never play it safe. No, no, no. He ain't afraid to say he's bringing heavy back. Heart attack. Libido. Libido. Hey, 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 libido. Libido Knievel, Scott Baio, sexual stuntman, at your service.
Trucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
In the studio with us, comedian Mike McRae. I understand you're a big Indiana Jones guy. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite movie series ever, man. And those movies are always like, when I went to college, I would watch those all the time and be like that would be the professor to have for any kind of class. Because he just, every semester he just, takes off for 3 or 4 weeks to save the world or find some Inca staff in Peru or something, Like he walks into the first day. All right, class, my name's Dr. Indiana Jones. I'll be your professor for Archaeology 101. His dad busts in the door. Junior, Dad, I'm teaching class here. Junior, there's no time. Rommel Zombie's about to uncover the sword of destiny in a Vandalic horde in Tunisia. Look, I can't just go chasing after some sword all the time. It's not just any sword, Junior. It's Balmung. Balmung. The legendary sword of Siegfried, bestowed by his widow upon Theodoric the Ostrogoth before the slaughter of the Burgundians, and then lost for 1,000 years. Class is like, I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, go find it. Go save the world. We'll be here when you get back. We'll be at the bar, or the speakeasy, or whatever they had back then. Perfect. Class is partying afterwards. Hey, man, what did I tell you every semester?
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anything.
It was one of the fattest things I've ever done.
I ate a pie in a car.
By myself. The apple pie that we had, it was so thick and beautiful. I just ate it like a piece of pizza.
Wait a minute. So you ate a pie by cutting it into triangular pieces and eating it one by one?
Like a
what a weirdo!
Like a pizza. No, like without a fork is what I meant. You pick it up and you eat it like a piece of pizza. You dick.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? Drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee continuing on vacation. We think she'll be back Monday. We're not sure. Jessica Alsman is here at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Still haven't gotten a song out of him yet today.
Locked out of my room again.
Zero.
We're going to hear about him whining about getting locked out of his
Happen
room.
again, Tom.
I did it. It was twice today, right?
Yeah,
when you got here, and then you made the mistake of leaving your room. I was waiting. I was lurking to lock the door. And I was so excited about locking Pat's door, I also locked Josh's office door, and I forgot about Josh's door being locked. I could not participate in the fun of that.
Do we have the key to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been open. Ace helped me up, and Eddie helped me.
That's Josh at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick show.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Let's lock Chick out.
There's Willie Griswold up here. I'm already gone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. We probably should get a song of some sort out of Pat Godwin this morning. Already?
But people keep unlocking the same door over again. The show starts at 6 o'clock and I lost that key again. Someone's locking the door. Someone's locking the door. Someone's locking the door to my room. Josh's too.
To my room.
So the current theory is, because I watch a lot of these mysteries, with the police and with Miss Marple and the Murdoch mysteries and Vera. The current theory is it's the new cleaning person. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
They're doing great work.
Now, is there any way we can get word to this cleaning person to stop locking doors?
Yeah. Maybe put a note in the door, say, please don't lock this door.
Sure, yeah.
Have you tried that yet? Or you do?
No, this is only day 2 of the lockathon.
And your
office was locked Monday, right?
Your office is locked right now?
Yeah.
I found around here, there's probably 3 days of complaining before anyone actually communicates to the proper person.
Yeah,
who's
all you
supposed
have to
to.
do is let them know.
You took the under, huh?
Yeah. You know who they complain to?
It ain't you.
I know. I didn't say it was. Because I'm not going to listen to them.
This poor cleaning person is doing the best they can. They think they're doing a great job, and no one has told them yet to just stop locking
You're
the door.
right. It's not the new cleaning person's fault. They're doing what most offices ask of them.
You mean actually clean the place?
Hold on. Whose hand holds the key to lock the door? Whose?
The new cleaning person, but
bingo!
They are doing what they usually do.
Well, I didn't hire
They probably
them.
work at important places where offices are meant to be locked and closed.
Have you ever
Not a
had to-
clown show.
Tom, have you- That's an insult. That is an
Picks all
insult
over the
to
floor.
clowns.
Confetti.
I mean, you have valuable stuff in there, Pat.
Have you ever had to shred documents in a serious way?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
I mean, nothing really serious, but sure. Banking stuff or something. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay.
There's a shredder in the back room here.
Somebody at a job I had brought in 2 bankers' boxes and said these all need to be shredded by midnight.
And did you ask why, or you just went ahead and...
I just did it.
Well,
Was it a congressman?
When did you work at the firm?
Josh, you should have copied it before you shredded it, put it in a briefcase. Then 2
Going to
years, 3
Aruba.
years down the line, you open that briefcase, and then you get a raise, you get $1 million.
I looked at something and went, this means nothing to me. I have no idea what this
I do like operating a shredder. It's kind of like, for me, one of my favorite things, as you know, is going to the car wash.
Yeah.
And I'm a member, by the way.
Of course
I
you
pull in and...
right this way, Mr. Chris.
Isn't it nice? Yeah.
Please put the mirror back, by the way. I'm sick of ruining my tires. Shredding stuff really is kind of satisfying.
It is satisfying. Yeah.
You know, there's different levels. Like everything, you can get a great shred a credit card.
That's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one back there will do that.
You guys, you used to have one of those automatic staplers around here. You just
Sure.
put it in there and then chunk.
Sure.
One morning when I was here, I played with that thing probably 3 hours. I think I broke it. It was a great morning, though. Just stapling it this way, then stapling it this way, then fold it in half, get a staple that way.
You know what I'd like to run? A wood chipper.
My taxes.
Oh, how about a wood chipper, Tom?
Yeah,
Let's
that would
get a
be.
wood chipper.
Those things are scary.
I know.
They'll suck you right in, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, well, I don't want to say. You know what a radial saw is? It's got the arm.
I
and
know
you
a
pull.
chop saw.
Sure.
Is
this is
that's
for
what it is?
carpentry, the radial saw.
The chop saw, yeah. You pull it down. Okay.
Someone that I know had the tip of his glove got caught in the.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't end well. We had a
for some reason that excites me.
You know, it was gruesome. We have we started the show this morning with a random sound effect. I asked Ms. Jessica to give me 2 numbers because I have this grid of sound effects. Give me 2 more, Jessica.
3 and 1.
3. Okay, Willie, if you want to verify this 3 and 1, here we go.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
Write that down. We don't ever say that again.
What's the friendliest fish in the ocean?
What is the friendliest fish in the ocean?
The cuttlefish.
Oh,
he's acting him out. He really did.
That's 3-2, by the way, the outro.
He hugged himself.
He's picking up the gesticulation. I got to give him that. Yeah.
I used to remember that cartoon where that little dog would hug himself.
Oh, get a bone,
and then he'd
dog
float up in the air and come down. That was so nice. The first sound effects we played, though, was this one. You gave me the numbers. Was it 6 and 8?
6 and 8,
yeah. And it was this sound, which is a film projector. A sound you don't hear much anymore. Then we got into the discussion of classic porno, et cetera, et cetera. Got this, Dear Tom, I understand sometimes in those pornos they would have the eyes blocked out with a black bar.
Yeah.
Why are the guys in old porno always wearing black socks? I haven't seen enough old pornography.
Nor have I to know that that's the case.
God, that would be just really unsexy, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I know girls wear socks in those sometimes because their feet are waving around in the air.
Ideally.
They get cold, yeah.
Ideally.
I had a roommate, oh boy, he may listen. Oh, well. Hi, Dustin.
I'm sorry, let's not identify him. Justin or Dustin?
Dustin.
With a D, okay.
Yeah,
Dustin,
yeah.
okay.
Go ahead.
His laptop, if you went on it and you type things in Google, say, you know how Google, it'll show what you've it was always
suggestions
in socks. So it was like hot girl in socks or particular porn star name in socks.
What?
Yeah, so
that's what he liked.
That's apparently that was his thing.
Oh, I see.
He liked seeing them in socks.
In pantyhose.
Like, again, everyone has a specific imprint. Not everyone, but I think most people do. There's something that they like.
Yeah.
And that was his thing.
Yeah.
It could have been much, much worse.
Absolutely.
It could have been dead.
In socks.
Yes.
Dead in socks, naked,
River corpse in socks.
Like I said, see.
This went horribly wrong.
Yeah, it sure did.
You could have elevated that so many ways. You didn't have to go for death.
Dear Tom, this is from Ann. We were talking about a streaker at the Phoenix Open yesterday.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the last time we were talking about streaking.
Well, Ms. Altsman asked, when was the last time anybody did a famous streaking thing? And it was at that Phoenix golf tournament.
And we did not mention this very important item to the story. The streaker had painted on his back the 19th hole and an arrow pointing down.
Hilarious.
Oh, my.
I had forgotten that.
So had he lost a bet?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Premeditated streaking. This is fun.
Is this, again, that new game show I'm trying to produce called Meth or Bath Salts? This sounds more deliberate.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think there's...
Otherwise, it's the most unfortunate birthmark ever.
Yesterday, remember,
I don't think there is impromptu streaking. You got to plan it, right?
No, but yesterday we had the story with the guy, he stole a school bus, and the cops chased him, and they threw the sticks down or whatever, right? And then he ran into the woods naked, and he had a dead deer in the back of the bus. A lot going on there. That has to be drug-induced.
There's a dead deer in the back of the bus, stinking to high.
See, that has to be drug-induced. Whereas this streaker, this could have been a rational discussion with some friends. Hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all my clothes off and blah, blah.
Right, this will be really something.
Then one of his buddies goes, I bet you won't put an arrow up to your gluteal cleft where the big hole is saying insert here.
Well,
no way his buddy said gluteal
cleft. People think you're pretentious. Just say ass crack.
I am. Not a matter of think.
No, what's your classic line? Why are you so pretentious? And then you say, pretentious?
Moi? I never took French. I don't even know what that means.
More squirrel talk. Dear Bob and Tom Show, with all the squirrel talk lately, I thought you might enjoy this story. Students at Berkeley taught a squirrel to ring a bell every time it wanted a treat.
Is it Hippie Berkeley or Music Berkeley?
How do they spell it?
E-L-E-Y?
L-E-Y.
Hippie Berkeley, California.
Hippie Berkeley. But the way they
no
did
free
this,
speech, Berkeley. Ironically,
the way they did this is when they rang the bell and the squirrel didn't ring a bell when it got a treat. They beat it. And then
it's not true.
You know, the squirrel, it's you can actually beat it just by grabbing its tail. You don't even need another instrument.
That's just a basic training technique.
Yeah, like a dirty rug. You just sort of pick it up by the tail and whack it against the ground.
Exactly.
Stop it.
My squirrel will not.
There's no animal.
Did you get to the part in the it's ADD Friday. Did you get to the part in The Boys about Ron Howard and Clint Howard where Clint had to actually kill a bird on a movie set?
Yeah, man, it really...
Yeah.
And they were like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, by the way, we've already recommended a great album this morning for your dining and dancing pleasure. The great Tower of Power, that band, if you're not familiar with them. A great book is called The Boys, written by Ron Howard and his brother Clint. Clint's been on the show a couple times.
Yes,
Ron's been on the phone with us. It's a terrific book.
It's lovely. It's wonderful, yes.
It's heartwarming. His parents were great people. My favorite thing about the book, when he was a child star, but he was really down to earth, and his parents treated him really well, and Andy Griffith was great to him. But there's all kinds of funny stuff about the Andy Griffith Show, et cetera, et cetera. But he turned 16, and he really hasn't ever spent any of this money he's been earning as a child actor. He was in The Music Man, and et cetera, et cetera. So he buys himself a Volkswagen Beetle when he's 16. So he was probably 16 in what, 19...
He's 4 years older than me, so...
So he bought a classic Volkswagen Beetle. He still has it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
The same one, which I just think is so cool. And it probably... Remember that Woody Allen movie where they're 1,000 years in the future, they find an old Volkswagen Beetle, and it starts?
They had a great home, the Howards. And speaking of homes...
Oh!
I'd like to tell you a little bit about the place you need to go for anything you'd like done around your house. It's Angie. That's right. Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. Angie doesn't just get your home projects done. No. They get them done well. That's right. Angie is your personal home expert, having served 150 million consumers to date with over 220,000 pros in their network. I love Angie. Angie makes it easy to research, compare, and hire pros to ensure a job done well. I'm having a cricket put on my roof. That's right. It's a little pointy area of the roof that goes next to my chimney to keep the water from settling next to the bricks so that it flows down easily. Have to get that done. I went to Angie. I filled out a little questionnaire, and they pointed me in the direction of some terrific pros, perfectly priced for my budget. I know they're going to get me taken care of. Can't wait to tell you all about it. Angie has simplified finding help for home projects. In just a few taps in the Angie app or clicks on the site, you can have Angie tackle your home service project from start to finish, or you can research and connect with local pros for your specific project. Angie can help you get a fair price for your project. That's huge. Angie has projects that are priced up front and clearly lays out the cost before you buy. No hidden fees or surprises. Angie is my go-to for all types of projects. They can help with hundreds of projects, from small repairs to major remodels. Angie, my go-to for anything I need to get done around the house. Download the free Angie app today, or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Their mobile app is super user-friendly and so helpful. You're really going to like using Angie.
And it's tough to find people to get the work done these days. Angie's a big help. ANGI.com. When we come back, we'll try to get to SPORTS.
Yeah.
.chick.
I see.
Sports.chick. What do you mean? I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then if we have any updates from the world of pickleball, what do we call it?
We call it Brine Time, baby.
Brine Time, baby.
Coming up.
All right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online.
Ow. Back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
Which was already done. Show creator Annabelle Oakes agreed to put it in. Oakes says they have a rule that when the feelings are too big to speak, you sing them. Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies is streaming now on Paramount Plus. And HBO will run a documentary about the late David Bowie that's narrated by Bowie himself. Moon Age Daydream will feature Bowie telling events of his life with never-before-seen footage. Filmmaker Brett Morgan got access to Bowie's archives starting in 2018. Moon Age Daydream will debut on HBO on April 29th. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Brand new feature, Biff Whiskey, Frontier Lifeguard. As told by Arnie Whiskey, Frontier Golfer.
I should have known.
Well, you know, I was a man about town and also at the Whiskeyville Country Club and Salad Bar. Of course, the country club, we have our very own swimming pool. And, of course, we had to have a lifeguard for the youngsters there. Well, we hired a young fellow named Biff Whiskey, and he was the lifeguard, you know, at the pool. Well, this young fellow walks up to Biff, and he goes, "Excuse me, Biff, but what's the best way to teach a girl to swim?" Well, Biff says, "Come here, young fella." He goes, "Now, here's how it's done. First, you walk her slowly into the water, all right? Then you put your arms gently around her waist. Then you rub your hands delicately up and down her arms. Then just kind of lean over and softly kiss her on the neck." The young fella says, wait a minute. I'm teaching my sister." He goes, "In that case, just push her in the deep end."
Except in Kentucky.
Jeez. I knew I should have held my ears for that.
Thus concludes another exciting
quick episode of Biff Whiskey,
Frontier Lifeguard.
Thank you very much.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. "Your tongue," she said at number 3. "Let me see its size." He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer, and that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
That's
it's
a heavy job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer. Never the corpse.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. Maybe she comes back Monday. Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Cut to Christy and her fiance in some giant cauldron surrounded by a cannibalistic
ooga gaga ooga 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 gaga.
Easy,
Go somewhere secluded, you said.
Yeah. It's a local hangout, you said.
Is she
off the beaten path.
Is she going to come out with the, what is it, the dual bands going, Mrs. What's his name?
Andy?
Fergler. Okay, Mrs. Fergler.
She said no, but maybe.
No,
we have to give him a fake name.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, Andy. It's got to be something we got.
How about Andy Griffith?
How about Andy Griffith?
Taken.
Oh.
Randy?
But Andy Rooney.
Andy Randy? That's weird.
How about Andy Feltface?
Got another letter.
Handyman.
Funny.
Ooh.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We've been talking about these squirrels. This all started with that half white squirrel that I saw, which I was.
So you say. It's someone's dog. I know
it's not a dog. It was a squirrel. I thought it was a possum, but it was half white and.
Thought it was a possum or a squirrel?
Well, because
it was the Jack Russell.
It was the middle of the day.
It's some Havanese running around the neighborhood.
It was the middle of the day, and I saw this thing. And why is there a possum out in the middle of the day? And it turned out to be a squirrel that was kind of half white, weirdly. And we found out it's called a piebald squirrel.
Yeah, it is.
So we've been talking about various colors of squirrels. Perfectly legitimate. Dear Bob and Tom, writes Phil.
Phil!
When my kids were younger, we had a squirrel in our yard all the time that was half black on the bottom. I told them that squirrel was actually famous from the rock band Queen. You know that song, Black Bottom Squirrel?
Oh.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Phil. I bet your kids sing that great song all the time.
Rock and roll go
Black
round.
Bottom Squirrel. Now, you had a letter over there, is that correct?
Well, you have a call, actually, I think. I'm using my psychic powers.
Okay, really? I don't think so. I didn't hear anything.
I think so. Oh!
There it is.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Good morning, Donnie.
Tom, you're lucky you didn't get rabies hanging around that albino squirrel.
Yeah?
Those are the most dangerous. The one you said it was half white?
Yeah.
And it had the real dark, beady eyes.
Well, I didn't.
And it looked like Pete Davidson. You're lucky you didn't get rabies. You know, it's that time of year. They're mating season now, too. You're going to see, man, I've been installing our new fire pit. I'm surprised I ain't seen some of them.
Oh, cool.
We're still getting some chilly nights around here. Yeah. That attracts squirrels. But there ain't nothing better than a good bonfire on a cool evening.
I agree. Oh.
I watched it happen.
Go ahead. What happened?
During
Donnie, call back. I take full responsibility.
As Chick is listening to what Donnie has to
I'm
tell us.
I'm listening to Donnie.
Show Tom what you have there.
And I have I brought this in because it was really dusty over here, and I was dusting things on my workstation.
You dusted your phone.
And I dusted the phone.
Yep.
And I didn't think that worked that way.
He dusted the phone, disconnected.
And I disconnected the You're welcome, America. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Are you there? Did I lose you?
Well, last thing I heard, you were enjoying building a new fire pit,
There
and then
we go.
Chick hung up the phone.
No, Donnie, I would never do that.
Thanks a lot, Chick.
Please
I was going to tell you about our fire pit, but you got to be careful because we did it one year, and it was our truck that ended up burning up.
No,
we was about to stop at the Come and Go for some Red Bulls. My Uncle Sonny threw out a lit cigarette butt and lay in the back of his truck bed. And we was hauling a bunch of straw and hay for the Easter egg hunt set up down at Xanadu.
Sounds like a fire hazard.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, Tom. Yeah, we figured that out, Mr. Obvious, because his truck burn faster than a Pontiac Fiero full of cardboard and kerosene. Remember the Fiero?
Sure.
It was always catching fire. I swear to God. They talk about that new Hellcat, but the Fiero could go from 0 to 365 degrees in under 20 seconds. Hey, speaking of fires, when I was a kid, we used to burn trash at a 55-gallon drum we got for free from this hobo camp behind the burnout Rax roast beef.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I ever told you guys, but I almost became a hobo.
Oh.
Yeah, it just seemed glamorous to throw some clothes like in a bandana, tape it to a stick, and then jump on freight trains regular, travel the country.
Yes.
But the last minute I chickened out. I just tossed some clothes in a brown paper bag and took the city bus to go across town.
Uh-huh.
Ended up spending the night by myself on the porch of my hot cousin Amber's house while she was inside making out with her other cousin Lonnie.
Oh.
I know, man. Some guys catch all the breaks.
They sure do.
Okay, I better go. Lippy's up to something. You know, he's always at a mischief when Christy leaves town.
Oh.
Hang on. Hey, put down the flamethrower. That's for the burgers at the Easter egg hunt. I gotta go. Put it down.
See you, Donnie.
Easter egg hunt at Xanadu's. How nice of the strip club to have an Easter egg hunt for the kids.
Isn't that
Boy, some of the hiding places would be unfortunate.
Yeah, that is just awful.
We have an email, Tom. Dear Chick, this one says, I've been a listener of the Bob and Tom show since the late 80s. I've listened to you tell me that the squirrels were stapled to the skis with the famous Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel.
It's made famous on CNN.
That was my contention.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I finally got to educate people on your knowledge. My wife and I, with friends, went to a home and garden show recently. We happened upon the pool where the water skiing squirrel exhibit was. Yes. As we stood there, I proudly announced to everyone, you know, they staple the squirrel's feet to the ski. My wife, friends, and complete strangers turned and glared at me with outrage and disgust. One woman burst into tears. Tony, my man, did not say a word. He just walked away. You're amazing. Thank you.
Now, we have found out that they don't staple the squirrel.
Yeah, we saw a video of it actually running and jumping
climbing
on the thing.
up on the. I think there's some fly paper sticky on there.
No, they just
Free will.
They obviously they give the squirrel Skittles or something, and it's all good. Now, I noticed in the next room it would appear that Mr. Godwin is ready with a song, and Dean has got his guitar as well. What's happening here, Pat?
It's lovely.
I also see squirrels, though, Dean. At nights I see white squirrels in my backyard. Maybe I'm tipsy and the cider is hard. Red squirrels on skis, gray squirrels with big guts, lifting their bellies, saying, check out these nuts. But those white squirrels, piebald white squirrels, are you. Yes, I do. Chick little whistle if you please. Here we go now. Ba-da-da. Take her home now. Oh, those white squirrels.
Yeah, man.
Oh, nice. Nice. A little tribute to the Moody Blues. Thank you very much.
How great is that song? It even sounds great with those lyrics.
Yeah, that's a very nice one. We have a Chick McGee at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk.
Just beginning sports. Masters first round yesterday in Augusta. Brooks Koepka, a three-way share of the lead at the Masters with John Rahm and Victor Hovland.
Suppose his address is rom.com.
I hope so.
Is romcom.romcom a thing for those movies on
Nora
Hallmark
Ephron's website?
What's that? Oh, Nora Ephron's?
Doesn't there have to be
dead.
someone in Southern California that calls them the Los Angeles Roms?
Yes, certainly. Going to the ROM.
We're going to the ROM.
Yes.
Yes.
Right
the
now,
Maserati.
It's the ROMs versus the Rodders.
Here you go, Tom. Brooks Koepka, by the way, he's getting attention. He's a surprise defector to Live Golf, but all he cares about is having his legs healthy. He opened with a 65. He 4-putted for double bogey on the first hole.
Well, if things go wrong with Live Golf, they cut your legs off, put them in a suitcase, and take you out of the castle like you're a journalist.
Maybe if you're worried about your limbs, don't work with the Saudis.
Tiger Woods is 2 over, and Phil Mickelson, also with the Live Tour, is 1 under at 71.
For a random lightning strike.
Yeah, but that'd be tough. Here's $30 million. No, thank you. No.
What do you think they've offered Tiger Woods?
I would say I'm
$200 million.
I heard $150 million is what just be on the tour. Here you go, $150 million. What didn't you hear something?
I'm trying to think what they offered Charles Barkley.
Oh, remember Barkley was going to go commentate. Is that a word?
Mm-hmm. No.
On the Live Tour, and he wanted at least more money than he was making with TNT and all of his commercials and things, because Charles realizes I go to Live Golf, everything else stops.
Yeah.
So, but he said no finally in the end. I don't know, $500 million? I don't know. $500 million, right?
We'll see.
Man.
But in the meantime, the Live golfers and the PGA guys are getting along.
Yeah, they're fine, I guess. There are 18 Live golfers at the Masters right now, pending the cuts. Tiger Woods, 3 birdies and 5 bogeys, an opening round of 74. He's 2 over, Tom. I feel like I might have said that. No one laughs.
No, I love it. We
love bogey.
You like bogey?
Yeah. But General, there's no gambling here. Here are your winnings, General. I know it's not Peter Lorre, but I can't stand it. It's funnier if it is.
Yes, it is funnier.
Got a letter here. Sorry to interrupt.
Help a fellow American down on his luck.
We were talking about the sound of a film projector earlier today. You don't hear that anymore much, of course. Although I'm sure you can buy a quality film projector, probably rebuild.
Sure you can.
If you want to watch some of those classic old movies. But I was wondering if they digitized a bunch of that old porno. Got this nice letter. A friend of mine, when I was in middle school, found his dad's 8mm porno films. He found a projector but didn't have a screen, so we watched it on the front of his white refrigerator. To this day, I get a warm feeling every time I see a Frigidaire.
I don't think I would have, even when I was a kid, I don't think I would have watched porn with buddies.
That's the first time I saw porn. My buddy goes, he pulled out a VHS. And he
no
put it in the
kidding.
VCR, and there were like 6 of us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we did that too.
It's the best gangbang
That cracker.
It was still so satisfying.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was walking into my freshman dorm in college, and there in the lobby.
You had not seen any naughty pictures until then?
Well, I mean, I had never seen, a moving, whatever, film, motion picture.
You'd seen Playboy, though.
Oh, sure, I'd seen Playboy, but this was, I mean, I'd never seen...
It was unsettling the first time.
I mean, like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's doing that. It's in, whoa.
Yeah, it was after a Super Bowl. It was when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. I was in 5th grade, and then I was sleeping at my friend's house after. And then after the game, I walked downstairs into the room where we watched the game, and the game wasn't on anymore. But there was this guy just pumping away.
Yeah.
And he did this thing where he did like the rock and roll thing with his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And then he licked his pinky and his index finger, pushed his eyebrows back, and that is imprinted on me forever.
Yeah. Who was watching it?
Yeah. My friend John.
I didn't need it.
Where were the parents?
Wait a minute. First of all, you're not supposed to mention Josh's friend Dustin or your friend John by name.
You said who was watching.
Why don't you switch?
I didn't say Dustin Rappel.
First really dirty picture I saw, it looked like it was featured a lady. It was just her face. But there looked like there was a toaster strudel accident.
Sure.
Okay. We can move on.
Do you remember the name of
Yeah.
Elsewhere in sports?
Ours was called Little Often Annie. That was the name of the...
Little Often Annie?
Little Often Annie.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but I remember the first Playboy I stole from my dad was the baristas of Starbucks, and there was a lady...
That tracks.
And she had the Starbucks...
Yeah, that is the most Griswoldian thing I've ever heard.
She had the Starbucks hat on, and she had a belly button ring that was a zipper, as if you could just unzip the bottom half of the
Oh, I see, yeah.
And man, belly button rings are the hottest thing. Zippers get me too, man.
Wow.
Was it the women of Starbucks?
Yeah, the baristas.
Oh, that's funny.
Remember they used to do the women of the Big Ten, the women of the Pac-10?
A girl in my school did the women of the Pac-12. This girl, Haley.
No kidding?
Super hot,
Again with the names.
She was in Playboy. I think people know her name.
Oh, yeah, Haley Soskowitz, right? Yeah, I know her.
The worst thing Playboy ever did was when they started putting the pictures of the women when they were much younger. And
that was weird.
That was
under 18 younger?
They would have it in their bio, kind of, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I remember one had...
That was really inappropriate.
Had like a teddy bear or something in one of the
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know why.
And here she is when she's 7. Oh.
Daddy's little girl.
Wrong. Now, coming up, we have more sports. What do we have over there?
World records and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And what's wrong with Catholics?
Well, if you're a Catholic and you're going to the Pirates opening game, there's something special for you.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll tell you what that will be when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
That fear for me of doing the person and them not liking it. You know, it's a very real possibility. Like, for example, recently I started doing the voice of a British action star, Jason Statham.
Oh, sure.
That guy.
My man crush. I love
Terrific,
that guy.
right?
Bank job. Oh,
so my fear is, though, because I didn't know whether to do him in the stand-up special that I mentioned is coming on in Showtime in the summer. So I struggle with doing it because I am afraid to do his voice and then get a call from him in the middle of the night. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Why don't I tell you, mate? I'm the bloke who's going to rip you into little pieces. Then I'm going to swallow those pieces before you die. And even though that doesn't make sense, I don't want that call.
No, I don't blame you.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that guy, too.
Oh, he's great.
That's Kevin Pollak.
Had taken up all the flights, and he had to get to a business meeting, got a flat tire, stopped at a truck stop, and of all people to run into, Floyd. It happened right when he called us, as a matter of fact, so you never know what you're going to hear on the Bob and Tom Show. I wonder who Floyd's going to run into next, or maybe it will be Donnie Baker running into someone, or maybe Coach Ralph Fontaine. It's hard to know who's going to run into who, so just stay tuned. We're full of surprises here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Friday morning. An unprecedented series of powerful storms has replenished most of California's reservoirs, dumping record amounts of rain and snow and busting a severe 3-year drought. Some reservoirs so full, water being released to make room for storm runoff and snowmelt that could cause flooding this spring and summer. A new challenge for water managers and emergency responders. 12 of California's 17 major reservoirs are now above their historic averages following 3 years of drought that drained them to dangerously low levels. Late last year, nearly all of California was in drought. Some sad news, a follow-up. The L.A. County Coroner's Office says Gangsta's Paradise rapper Coolio suffered an accidental death from the effects of fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine last year. The agency on Thursday also cited heart disease. It makes it difficult for the heart to pump blood to the body as a significant condition. Investigators also determined Coolio's severe asthma and cigarette smoking played a role in his death. Coolio's former longtime manager, Jaraz Posey, also confirmed the cause of death Thursday. Coolio died at his L.A. home of a friend on September 28, 2022. He was just 59 years old. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Fortunately, my rental car has a nail in the tire. Oh. Bob and Tom, hang on a sec. Let me ask this trucker if he knows a place to get my flat fixed around here.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I found myself in a predicament. Would you happen to know a reputable tire place around these parts? Oh, you've definitely got yourself a flat there. That's going to turn into a roll down occasion. Probably won't attend to it. That's why I roll on Goodyear tires. I don't use those commie brands. Hey, gang, looks like this might take a while. Let's circle back and reload for tomorrow. We just landed.
Okay, thanks. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1896.
Uh-oh.
The place just outside of Athens, near the town of Stactontopolis, Greece. While preparing for the first modern Olympics, organizers were forced to eliminate a track and field event. In what will surely go down as the biggest bloodbath in Olympic history, runners from 5 teams were injured at the initial time trials of the 100-meter razor hurdles. 4 of the 5 athletes would never compete again. However, Austrian hurdler Klaus Kleinendorfer went on to be a silver medalist for the women's team as Gretchen Kleinendorfer.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for this medal.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Sound like Paul Hamm at the end.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And the airlines, they tell you all this psychological stuff to make you feel safe. Like every time you get on the plane, they talk about the flotation seat. And they explain it to you. Like if you go down, if you crash in the ocean, then this seat will float. 2 planes out of 100 go overseas. 98 out of 100 stay right here. So if you want to make me happy, you show me a seat that's going to bounce out of a cornfield. That's what I want. This is what they got everything just confused like that.
James Gregory is our guest. He's not a flyer, apparently.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. That is Jessica Halsman at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with a special guest.
I'll tell you what, the handsome factor in this room every day is amazing.
Thank you. The beard, you like it? You liking it?
He does it for you, huh? You dig boner? Is that right?
Joining us in the studio is Reno Collier. A man whose nickname used to be
Boner.
Was that at military school?
No, that was way before. I was a little kid.
How did that happen?
It was, well, my name's Reno, and some dyslexic kid figured out if you put a B at the end of my name and spell it backwards, it's Boner.
All day long.
So I was Boner for ever. And my mom was like, why do they call you? I'm like, just stop.
Stop. Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Boners with
It was
mom.
nothing cool.
That was one of the least popular Saturday afternoon NPR shows. Talking boners.
All right, where are you and what boner do you have?
This is Diane Ream. Welcome to Boner Talk.
Okay. We are almost 2 hours into the show and are just dipping our toes into the world of sports.
Here we go. Pittsburgh Catholic Diocese will not be granting Catholics special dispensation to eat hot dogs at the Pirates opening day game.
Oh, okay.
On Good Friday. The Post-Gazette reports opening day coincides with Good Friday when Catholics are meant to fast and practice abstinence.
Chick, you know how good a dog at the ballpark tastes. Think about how good a sinful dog at the ballpark tastes.
Can't you just have it and then confess to it on Sunday and you're good to go? Isn't that how it works?
Pretty much.
That's how it works.
Theoretically.
Well,
I think they might have to. I think they might have to get out the. You didn't introduce our special guest, did you?
Yeah, Reno Boner.
Reno Collier. Remember the whole discussion about his name backwards with a B becomes Boner?
Nope. Anyway, Pittsburgh Bishop David Zubik.
He may have made a life
I don't know
choice.
what his name is.
That doesn't sound Catholic.
relax.
He announced a dispensation for St. Patrick's Day that allowed Catholics to eat meat, but not for the Pirates opening day.
That's because there's booze on St. Patrick's Day.
The Pittsburgh Catholic Diocese, the official comment, quote, "We wish the Pirates well, and we will be rooting for them with all of Pittsburgh, but we also need to hold to the priority importance of Good Friday and the swinging of the pots that are smoking."
I bet if it were last Friday, it would be an okay. Good Friday, right? I mean, this is especially.
Of course.
Yeah.
At least they didn't try to go cheesy, like put like a pineapple in a hot dog bun or something like McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they do have some kind of fish thing there today. Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do?
That'd be good. I'd like
have
that.
have like a fish stick in a bun or something.
But are they supposed to fast today, you said?
It's a no meat day.
Or just no meat?
Substitution.
Catholics are
So
meant,
now they're making. Here's the thing: they're making
meant
the
to
assumption
fast and abstinence.
They're making no. It's not. It's not fasting. It's supposed to be no meat.
Fasting in the story that you wrote.
So throughout
Slappy.
Lent, there's no meat on Friday, but then on the actual Good Friday, you're supposed to not eat.
I didn't know.
guess.
Really? What is this?
It
Ramadan?
used to
What the
be-
hell? You have religions mixed up.
You remember when eating meat on a Friday, all Fridays, was a mortal sin.
Right.
You remember that.
Well, see, here's the problem.
But he repealed that. I think the cattle lobby
They're making the assumption that the $13 hot dogs at a ballpark have meat in them. I think many of us who have been to a variety of stadiums would say, "Hey, look, I'm not paying
I don't care,
$13 for anuses and ground up cartilage."
Hey there, bud. Anus, that's meat, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, Reno, what if you do like some fried catfish? You put that in like a brioche hot dog bun, call it the cat dog. I'm in.
That sounds good. I don't know that the ballpark, though, really would take that much care in picking out their fish. I mean, it's Pittsburgh, so it'd be like fried perch.
Fried perch would be delicious.
Yeah, right out of that river under the bridge.
What beef do you have with Pittsburgh? You're not going there anytime soon?
I love Pittsburgh.
That doesn't sound like
great sports town.
I don't know.
I don't understand how the priest can come out and be like, all right, this one's cool, but St. Patrick, the other one's not.
I think they
It's
did
Good Friday. That's
we
the
had a
thing.
bunch of stories about St. Patrick's Day. Was it Houston, Texas? That particular one did allow the meat on St. Patrick's Day or whatever it was.
Right. Yeah, it all varied. It was
I think each
whatever archdiocese.
It's kind of like NFL franchises. Each owner has a certain amount of discretion.
Right.
The bishop goes yay or nay. There's probably some place where it's okay. So I love the fact that the Pope is now endorsing hot dogs and saying they do contain meat here in the U.S. of A.
You think the Pope watches like soccer? You think he's a soccer fan?
Yeah, he's from South America.
Can we find that out? He might be Argentina. He might like Messi. Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe he once said which his favorite team was.
He's a huge fan of the Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Who knew?
That's something.
He's quoted as saying, "That's a hot stuff, man."
She break a table and she break my heart.
Okay, well, so that's
forward.
What they're eating. Yeah, I think it's kind of a fun
I
story.
knew it. I knew you.
And
were
happy Good Friday to all who observe.
Yeah.
Please, Good Friday. Come on.
Okay, again, explain that to Reno.
The radio people always say, good morning, Good Friday. It's all the same thing. You know, That's how we speak.
Yeah.
Hardcore DJs.
Okay.
Jockeys.
Coming up, we got traffic and weather in Latin on the 10s.
That's so funny.
Weather together.
That would be hilarious.
Diem de chili out.
East Deuce 62.
My father can play dominoes better than you.
Always love that.
Here we go. A Swedish man broke the Guinness World Record for the most continuous cracking of different joints.
I can barely watch this. It's so creepy.
Cracking of your knuckles. And
he twists his head. And
It's like listening to somebody play bubble wrap. Play with bubble wrap.
I'm adding
Play with
this.
bubble wrap.
The original.
Bubble wrap.
You know, what about the bubble wrap? Okay.
Remix.
23-year-old, the original fun guy, Ollie London. I added the original fun guy.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Consecutively cracked 46 different joints in his body to beat the previous record of 40. How many joints do we have in the body?
Well, how many does Willie have on him right now?
Yeah, I got like 3 in my car.
Not that kind of joint. In order to successfully achieve the record, there must be no more than a 3-second gap between each crack.
It's weird. He takes his head and twists it around. You hear this sound.
I think I could do pretty well against him. I pop everywhere.
Let's hear it.
Really?
You want to?
You go ahead.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either. I don't mind it.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh, God.
Freak.
Okay.
Can you pop your bra off?
How about, well, never mind. Don't use the word cherry around me, buddy.
She can do that once.
It looked like she was cheating on an SAT test. She's looking and...
Oh, I have done that before.
I pop and crackle a lot when I climb stairs now.
My ankle pops every step I take. It's just the right one's really bad. It's kind of embarrassing because I can't sneak anywhere.
I'll be watching.
You used to be around me when I wake up in the morning.
That's how I am, too. I was like, in the morning, I think I might be able to compete.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone's putting his skeleton into a wood chipper. I get grossed out when people pop their knuckles. And
If a joint doesn't crack the first time, the original fun guy, Ollie London, has to move on.
Okay.
Oh.
The record attempt was almost ruined by the recording studio's squeaky floor. You would think a recording studio would have that locked down.
Yeah.
We're going to get that fixed one of these years.
It sounds like a basketball game in here.
We hear it, back-assward sounds. Anyway,
somebody lube up that condom. It sounds like
Ollie feared that the squeaky floor would drown out the sound of some of his joints cracking, but luckily the microphone picked him up. The human body contains 360 joints in
360
total.
joints it has.
What?
He did 43.
I knew that.
Okay.
Which means there are many that Ollie...
Can't crack.
I love it when you sum up at the end. I feel like I'm doing a stand-up somewhere. So that's it from downtown. The human body, of course, contains 360 joints in total, which means there are many that Ollie has been unable to crack. Back to you, Tom.
I love it when you're listening to the news and you know when they're done. Yeah. You can tell.
Well,
and that's Reno Collier, the way they cadence. But then sometimes when they cut the guy, they'll edit it.
Yeah.
And he'll be kind of going up. And then he, at that point, and he said, I was going to go... And that's Reno Collier reporting from Tennessee.
And there's somebody out on the street, and they throw it back to the guy in the studio, and the guy's not ready. Then he throws it back to them, and they're like, yeah, well, I pretty much told you about the water, so that's really all I got. You're leaving me out in the street.
Know what else I can say?
Thank you. Well,
my wife is cheating on me. I didn't really want to get into it, but
got a fill.
Stings bad.
I can't trust people anymore.
More world records coming up, Tom.
Okay. Well, it's nice to have a story that has cracking in it that isn't crack and isn't awful and evil.
I'm with you.
And joints.
Look at the positive. You got joints, you got crack.
I wish you knew when to end sometimes. You just mentioned that you know when people on the news end the segment. I wish you could kind of hit that right now.
Well, see, the way you delivered that, I wish you could hit that right now. This is Willie Griswold. reporting. And this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
A Vietnamese man who is thought to have had the world's longest hair has died. Had that word been penis, I think it would have been a much more interesting story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just change it. Do the story and use penis. It's creative licensing.
You want me to, wherever the word hair is, say the word penis?
There you go. Now we're on to something.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Don't use the word penis. Use the word
Johnson?
Wang?
Wanker? Wang?
Yeah, Wang. He's Vietnamese. Go ahead.
Yeah, Wang.
The exact length of Tran Van Hay's
Wang.
Could I read the story? That's not correct.
That's not correct?
Can I read the story, please?
Go ahead.
Now you know how I feel.
If you'd let me finish, you'd.
No, we're not.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why are you looking at me snottily? She's running her pie hole over there.
If you'd let me finish, you'll find out why.
All right.
The exact length of Tran Van Hay's unwashed.
Unwashed.
You know what?
You know what?
You just can't resist, can you?
You did just jump in a little easy.
Let me tell you what.
I am not going to let him
Can
get
I
this
tell you
story.
something? This will be. I apologize. You were exactly right.
See, if I say the exact length of Tran Van Hay's
Could you read that sentence again, please? Go ahead, read it again.
Completely
read it again.
We're now, once again, we are substituting the word wang for the word hair.
All right.
I am reading word for word.
Go ahead.
The exact length of Tran Van Hay's unwashed dong. I'm sorry. The exact length of Tran Van Hay's unwashed wang was unclear.
Well,
but some
it's hard to tell with all the dirt on it.
Some estimates put it as long as 6.8 meters. Now, Christy, that's
6.8
It's like 18 feet.
That's like 20 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my.
During a delicate time, Jews celebrating the Passover holiday, Muslims marking the Ramadan holy month. Similar tensions spilled over into an 11-day war between Israel and Gaza's Hamas rulers in 2021. Israeli strikes in Lebanon carry the risk of drawing Lebanon's heavily armed Hezbollah militia into the fighting. Iran-backed Hezbollah is viewed by Israel as a bitter foe and holds sway over much of southern Lebanon. Americans deeply opposed to cutting into Medicare or Social Security benefits, and most support raising taxes on the nation's highest earners to keep Medicare running as is. The new findings revealed in a March poll by the AP Nork Center for Public Affairs Research came as both safety net programs are poised to run out of enough cash to pay out full benefits within the next decade. Just as I'm about ready to retire. That's great. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/
VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rick Schrader is our guest. Rick is a newly married new dad.
Yes, I have a 4-year-old daughter now, she's a doll. Her name's Maya, and she's beautiful, but I'll tell you, she's fallen under the sway of the evil purple one.
You mean...
Yes, Barney.
Barney the dinosaur?
Every morning, I love you. I haven't digested a breakfast in a year for listening to Barney on the those amazing robot Stepford-like children they have surrounding him and the realistic portrayals of kids. Now, hey, Barney, let's clean our room and then pray. They get these kids. Off the Mouseketeers directly to Barney, and it's amazing. The kids love Barney.
Mm-hmm.
They love him.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be the next Waco type disaster. Barney and his followers in a Quonset hut outside Dallas. Sharing means caring, Billy. So strike the match. Next thing you know, polyurethane Barney suit goes up like tinder. I point this out because I care.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it. Are you a single guy?
I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rearview mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. She was just as bad. Yeah. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacay. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
One song today, Tom?
2.
Did he do 2? Did he?
7 coming up this hour.
Let's hold him to it.
No.
He would collapse at the end. There's Josh Arnold.
Maybe he's just going to play 7 by Prince. That's one of my favorite Prince songs.
Darling Nikki.
Why don't you go listen to it?
I like that.
Well,
Masturbate with a rolled-up magazine.
What? Is that what it was?
Yeah. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom with a very special guest.
Joining us in the studio on his way to the Lebowski Center for the Performing Arts, it's comedian Reno Collier. A special show tonight.
Owasso, man, yeah.
Owasso, Michigan.
All right.
Will you let Tom say the town and place?
Could I do the plug,
all of you?
please? Sorry. Owasso.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed if no one came.
Owasso, Michigan, at the Lebowski Center.
That sounds like a made-up city. How are we spelling this?
It's a lovely
you know how to spell it?
Owossa.
Yeah.
Owossa?
Yeah.
Owasso? Or SSO.
Yeah.
Owasso.
Owasso.
What'd you call me?
Owasso.
You heard me.
It's got an ass in the middle.
And 2
O's on the end. Owasso.
What was the one remember they used to do that commercial for one of the insurance companies? And
Wausau.
Wausau Insurance. And
The kid would stand up, W-U-S-A. Oh, no, it's W-A-U-S-A, USA, USA.
But
very patriotic.
So once again, Owasso. O on the end, was in the middle. It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Ass in the middle, much funnier. Ass on stage, get it? No. Reno is on stage tonight.
Yeah,
It should be a great show. Once again, at the Lebowski Center. God, there has to be a bowling alley there.
Yeah.
If not, they should put one in. We were dipping our toes into the world of sports with Chick McGee.
Geez, that's right.
Stupid world record.
What's this one about? Something about Connecticut, I hear.
I'm a delicate genius. Josh, I'm ready to proceed. Are you ready?
I am.
A Connecticut man is hoping to break the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of Crocs. That's right, the footwear.
Oh, boy.
I've never put a pair of these on.
They're very comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, I'm not making this up. Mr. Doogie Sand Tiger owns more than 2,000 different pair of Crocs, and his collection is always growing.
Is that his first name is Doogie?
That's what it says.
Okay.
The 32-year-old said he hopes his Croc collection will earn him a Guinness World Record. And once again, now we're doing hope for world records instead of actual world records.
Man.
He updates his count on his Instagram page regularly. Mr. Sand Tiger also hopes to one day show off his collection in a Crocseum.
A Crocseum.
Oh, you got to see him. There's got to be a better way to do that.
Is that just like a one-room Crocseum?
Okay, here's a
What
picture.
about a Croc Spot?
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Croc Spot?
Oh, like Crock Pot?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a picture of the guy, and he's got thousands of Crocs.
Not a natural fiber to be found anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Each pair, Mr. Sand Tiger says, has its own personality and individuality. He continues, whether you love Crocs or you hate Crocs, bingo. It still catches people's eyes and gets their attention. I've converted a lot of Crocs haters over the years. According to the Hartford Courant, Sand Tiger estimates the collection to be worth $370,000. Well, that's just wrong.
How about that?
No way.
No way in hell.
Well, I will. They do like special limited edition Crocs.
Absolutely.
And those can cost like upwards of $150, and then that's not even considering the resale market.
There's a chance he's right on this.
People buy used Crocs?
Yeah.
Are you serious? That's the nastiest shoe.
Well, I wouldn't say like game worn used. This might be like dead stock. So you buy it, you keep it in the box, and then you sell it to somebody else.
Dead stock.
How many pairs do you own, Will?
I own just one pair, and I wear it around the house.
What color?
Gray.
I've got a pair of black. I won them in a fishing contest.
With your brothers?
Yeah, because my brother Joe, my brother John
at the bottom of the
swears-
lake?
He swears by Crocs when you fish.
I just
They
can't.
are great on a boat.
I love them.
I just can't.
Wouldn't your
Can't do it.
couldn't your hook get caught in your toe?
Well,
They're open, right?
they've got holes.
Well,
They're kind of,
and they make little charms, for lack of a better word.
Giblets?
And you put them in the holes. And
To make them an actual shoe?
they've got like Simpsons giblets. And I'm a gift.
Yeah, I like wearing closed shoes on a boat because for that reason, Tom. But
Okay. These are these are sort of like the Beanie Babies of footwear for this guy. It's
in
collectible.
this guy's case,
He says they're worth $370,000.
it's an investment. It's not just a
It's
hobby.
the perfect shoe. Your feet can sweat, and then there's holes so everybody else can smell it.
That's right.
It is, because it's not like they keep your feet from
Do you know
sweating.
what they call a whole bunch of Crocs? Because you've got a pod of whales,
Right.
You know that whole thing. A blister of Crocs.
Yeah.
See, they rub against your skin.
Oh.
There's no socks. You don't wear socks with them, right?
No.
I do, and I look like a freak.
But not in public, right?
No,
like at home.
At least wear like a footy.
No, I'll run to the corner store wearing like essentially like dress socks and a pair of red shorts and
Why
my
are they
Crocs
dress
on.
socks?
Yeah, because that's what you wear when you're not getting an outfit together.
Like a lovely Argyle.
Yeah, it looks nice. I go out there and I get my stuff and I say hello to everybody.
How about that?
You have shorts, socks, like dress socks, and Crocs on.
It's my day off, Reno.
That's the outfit.
Good for you, Willie.
That's the outfit of somebody who runs a convenience store out in the middle of nowhere.
I have a suggestion for you. You're dressed for it. I can give you the name of a fine metal detector because Josh gave me one for it's fabulous. You go out
And Reno, I disagree. That's the outfit of a guy who robs a convenience store in the middle of nowhere.
Let's just go ahead there and give me all the money in the cash register, and I'll take these Huggies.
But for real small town, so they know it. All right, Peter, fine.
What was he wearing? He had a Halloween mask, terry cloth shorts, high socks, and Crocs. Oh, that's Willie. That's just Willie. he got all hopped up on the devil's
own a
lettuce.
pair of those terry cloth shorts?
No. Oh, dude, everyone did. I did too.
I had a pair.
Yeah, I did when I was little.
With the football jersey that only came to here, that had holes all on the bottom, and it was covered in
our practice jerseys were
midriff.
Total mesh. Yeah.
Yeah. And bare midriff.
Bare midriffs, man. Yep.
I can remember in high school football, because I was chubby, I had the belly, and the cool guys, they would cut their jersey and they could show off their abs. And I remember looking, they had already gone through puberty. They were real men going, we're not the same thing. We are different species. How do you have the guts to? They look so cool. If I would have done that, I would have looked like an idiot who got a plate.
Yeah, but you could spell species.
That is the difference, isn't it?
Put you up on them. Yeah, this guy has to be single.
How old?
He looks 30-ish.
Okay.
32. Maybe a little older, but yeah. All right. What an interesting name.
He's 32. That's right, Pat.
Doogie.
Sand tiger?
Sand tiger.
Well, I didn't even give you his middle name. Lish. Lish.
Doogie Lish Sand Tiger. That camp. That sounds like
that has to be fake.
He's in dirty movies or something.
I mean, would that be an indigenous tribal name or something?
Oh, sand tiger?
Sand tiger?
Who knows?
I mean, a sand tiger would be where? Where would you? Tigers are in what? India?
Yeah.
Doogie Lish sounds like something the fan club of the Neil Patrick Harris Society.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so Doogie Lish.
Doogie, how's your day?
I'm a Doogie Lush.
Yeah, it's got to be fake because it would. I get it. It's D Lish.
Yeah, Doogie.
Doogie. D. Oh God. So he chose that name.
D Lish Sand Tiger.
Yeah, this guy has to be single.
Dude, he's got 800 pair of Crocs. Of course he's single.
The ladies.
Okay.
The ladies what bad?
Yeah. So what do you do for a living? I collect Crocs.
Oh, that's interesting. Will you drop me back home?
That's great. Will you not stab me at the rest area?
I bet you there's girls that love it, and they want him to send him pictures. He's sending Croc shots all day. I bet you this is...
Croc shots.
Croc shots.
I bet you they have that little thing where you can move it forward or back. I bet you he's dangling that thing wherever he wants.
Put on the orange ones like you're in prison.
In the background, there are a lot of empty Kleenex boxes. I got your letter, Susie. All right. What's coming up in sports?
More world records, but right now, you know, if you're looking for earbuds, I've already done the work for you. I did the legwork. I found Raycon earbuds years ago, and now they're a sponsor here on the Bob and Tom Show. Raycon's premium audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank. If you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, a low-latency gaming headphone possibly, or maybe a speaker with a battery that lasts all night long at your next party, Raycon's got you covered. And yeah, Raycons start about half the price of other premium audio brands. And I haven't even mentioned Raycons have 3 customizable sound profiles. Count them, 3, plus earbud tap functions, noise isolation, and the Raycon awareness mode. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact on your life, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. And because you know us, you get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. Buy a pair for you and someone you like. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. They really are swell.
Oh, they're great. The Raycons.
Yes, sir.
Hey, by the way, if you want to turn Good Friday into a great Friday evening, check out Reno Collier tonight. Owasso. O on the ends, was in the middle.
Ass in the middle.
The Lebowski Center tonight with Reno. We're coming right back. We've got more world records, believe it or not. Platypus in the news. Just another platypus news story coming up. And robot waiters. It's happening. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
Oh, ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it Yippee!
I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
Oklahoma City and Phoenix all win. And in the NHL, a full slate: New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Montreal, Florida, the Isles, Nashville, Dallas, Vancouver, Vegas, Colorado, and Seattle all win in regulation. St. Louis and Boston both win in overtime, and Buffalo wins in a shootout over the Wings. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Now, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
Really, really tiny.
Yeah,
Yes.
little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, okay. I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Bound. Chicka down. Woo! Does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, let's get a serious tip from you. When you get pulled over for a traffic thing, what's your suggestion? What do you do?
Just be polite.
Yep. Yeah, I can.
If you say yes or no, sir, more than likely you're going to get off unless you just run into a jerk. And
You're not supposed to get out of the car, right?
No, you know the best thing to do, and what I always do at night. If they pull me over, I always flip on my dome light and put my hands on the. And they always say, "Oh, you've been arrested before." And I go, "No, I'm an ex-cop." And then all of a sudden, everything just smooths.
Now, how do you prove you're an ex-cop? Do you have some kind of special signal?
I just say I make more money now.
And they know that you're.
They know I'm.
I see. Okay, good.
I'm so doing that, telling them I'm next cop.
You don't ever say you know a cop either.
Oh, really?
Because then the automatic response is, "Yeah, I know him. I hate him."
Oh,
well, they must know the same cop we know.
Wow. That's sad.
That's the automatic response.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing you can say. But, I got a friend that's a police officer.
So I have a free pass.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't pull me over.
I'm assuming I can go on with my life.
Hey, I give it the police fund. Does that help if they have the bumper sticker in the car?
No.
That's the first thing they look for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every drug dealer in the world has one of those.
Boy, you're a chump. You just paid for our last keg party.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual.
Mm-hmm.
And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Where's my Sprite, my new car?
All I got is a Saturn station wagon.
I got the Saturn station wagon. That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
Actually, have something to shoot for, you know.
Are you going to take anything from the third shelf on up?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Is that right? Yeah. Christy Lee on vacation. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi, Chick. We're being reminded that we've not heard from Vacation Christy this week.
Not a word.
Right. Do you happen to remember what Vacation Christy sounds like?
Yes. Hey, bring me another cocktail. I just can't stand here. It's too hot outside.
Would you like a drink?
Is the Pope a Catholic?
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Her voice got more raspy as that bit went on.
I was doing this, and then I decided. I'm Chick, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With us in the studio, comedian Reno Collier. And Reno is on his way to the Lebowski Performance Center in Owasso, Michigan. And it's Owasso. O on the ends, ass in the middle. Owasso.
Well, if that doesn't fill that place up, I don't know what else.
That's got to push the needle.
Okay.
Wait, there's a sorority there. Owasso sorority. Got a couple letters. We were talking about this gent who has a collection of Crocs, the famous shoes. What does he have? 2,000 of them or something?
2,000. He says they're worth $370,000.
Okay, that's a stretch. Anyway, this is from Steve. Crocs, the world's cleanest shoes. They're rubber material. They can be hosed off, scrubbed, sanitized, even thrown in a dishwasher.
I don't know if they are rubber material.
Says nurses love them.
They do.
Also, the holes make a nice freckle pattern on your feet.
Well, that's
if you wear them outside in the summer.
They do.
Well, that doesn't.
Sir, why are you standing still for so long in the summertime?
That's not desirable, is it?
That's weird.
You like my polka dot feet?
I had that chick. Back to middle school football, we had the mesh jerseys, and I didn't play a lot, so I stood on the sideline a lot. And at the end of practice, it looks like I had chicken wire wrapped around my arm.
Wow, exactly right.
Little red dot.
Polka dot feet. What imprinted on that person? A Dr. Seuss illustration? I'm way into it.
Hey, baby, can I draw some big dots on your feet? Okay, this is just disturbing.
What's this?
Well, we were talking about the fact that Mr. Reno Collier, distinguished comedian, his nickname as a child was
Boner.
Boner, because
with a B at the end of my name spelled backwards. It's spelled Reno. Renob Boner.
Okay.
Pre-knob.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you lose your knob.
And then we had
like a lizard.
Then we had the news story about the world record for the guy who can crack the joints in his body. He
like cracking knuckles. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got to hit the world record for that. Hank writes. Hank drives a truck.
What up, Hank?
Lucky Hank.
He said, my college roommate could crack his boner.
Come on with this.
What?
Really?
Is there a bone there?
No, there's no bone there.
Or a
there's
joint?
plenty of cartilage. Or
I mean, can you do that more than once?
I've heard tell that happens.
But that's how you develop Peyronie's disease. There can be scar tissue there.
Yeah, and then you got a Leaning Tower of Pisa. It goes off one side.
What do you like in your Peroni?
One side of it.
Yeah, that's what I was just marinara, pepperoni,
cheese and potatoes.
You know, Tom, I was pre-med, so one side of the penis doesn't fill up with blood, and so you get take a left turn.
Right.
I know ladies can pop their like this.
Mark the hook answer.
Okay, let's get back to the sports page.
Chick, I did comedy with this woman. I wish I could remember her name because the joke was so funny. She said she dated a guy whose penis was so curved it looked like it was late for a meeting with his anus.
Well,
we have to find out who to credit for that.
Exactly.
That is one fine line. I'm sorry, we don't know who to give credit where credit is due.
We had a story about Pittsburgh, the Archdiocese of the Catholic Church. They said you can't eat hot dogs today at the Pirates home opener, even though it's Good Friday. Well,
Because it's Good Friday.
Because it's Good Friday.
They're not giving a dispensation like they did on St. Patty's Day for meat on a Friday.
Dear Chick, follow me now. The Archbishop of the Archdiocese of New Orleans declared that during Lent, alligator meat can be considered fish.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's interesting. Well, alligators are what, reptiles?
They're fish, according
They're
to
delicious.
The Church.
They are?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, that's right. I saw you
cooked a whole
grilled one.
Yeah, we stuffed it with sausage and.
Well, no wonder it was delicious.
Yeah, you eat
you can stuff a dog turd with sausage, you're going to get something tasting
Did you
good.
bread it and then, or did you just
We didn't bread
grill
it. No, we smoked it.
What does the alligator by itself taste like?
It's really good, man. This is going to sound so cliche, but it's a chicken, harder swordfish type of texture. It's a meaty texture.
When I had it,
It's
it was
good.
so seasoned and blackened, I couldn't taste the meat.
Well, that's
itself.
the thing. If it's the tail, like you always go to a bars in New Orleans and stuff, and they deep fry the tail. But this was.
That's because you get the mud vein. That's why it tastes so crummy.
They don't poop out of the ends of their tail.
They don't?
No,
they're not earthworms.
I had it.
I never really did well in biology.
I had alligator at the dog track, and it's breaded, and you dunk it in ranch dressing. It's delicious.
Nice.
I had dog at the alligator track.
Yeah,
You in South Korea?
How was that?
Unbelievable.
Now,
those
the
are
alligator-
slow races.
Yeah, they're only like 3 races a day, but still.
So after you sent us that photograph of the alligator you cooked,
Yeah.
we had a bunch of people tell us it's actually really easy to get alligator. There are some exotic food stores. There's one real close to here now. And you give them like a week's notice, and they'll have alligator for you.
Dude, my buddy, can I plug my buddy's company?
Sure.
It's Tennessee Meat Company. They have exotic Thursdays. So we get python. Like right now in Florida, they're paying people to go down and kill these pythons are all over the place.
Yes, I've really wanted to do it. Will you do it with me?
I'll do it with you tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
And so
Well, I guess I'm out.
They get this. They get these exotic meats, ostrich steaks. I mean, all kinds of stuff, right? But the python, I haven't eaten it yet, and I wanted to, and it sold out like this, and I'm like, who is buying it? And my buddy's like, man, I don't know, it's gone as soon as we get it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So, and I don't know who's eating these exotic meats. I mean, I don't live in Chinatown I live in Murfreesboro, so it's not like there's a big group of people
diversity
that
of
I don't know how to say it
ethnicities,
anymore.
right?
You know what I'm talking about. There's not foreign people coming in eating the pythons. It's red.
Well, when we were off the air, you referred to it as just you normals. I don't think that's the way you say it.
I think I said white.
No, I heard white brothers. Yeah.
However you said it, it was wrong.
I tell you what, if you guys want to, I can get, if you want, next time you come by, I'll get alligator. We can, how long, do you have to cook it like overnight?
No, it's like 4.5 hours. The alligator we had was probably about 3 feet.
So did you cook it in a giant long cooker?
In a smoker, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get one over
Through
here.
the whole thing.
There's a guy I know that has one on wheels. We could bring it over here.
An alligator?
Well,
he's an older alligator.
Because the alligator wings place. Just cut off the legs, put this little critter on wheels.
Godwin, would you eat alligator?
Yeah, I'd eat it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I can't eat alligator. It makes me snappy.
I know.
That's turtle.
Doesn't work.
Scaly.
And
You cook it in a
kangaroo,
crock
jumpy, alligator, I don't know.
Swampy. Yeah.
Makes you late, maybe.
Rob, yeah.
See you later.
Makes me go
None of those
side
are
to
working.
side.
We'll have to get back to the sports desk.
We'll figure it out in a while, Crocodile.
Okay.
This might be an off-air Here we go.
Another.
World record.
Oh, you ain't heard nothing yet, Daddy.
Okay.
A skincare company has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest video chain of people applying body moisturizer.
It could have been worse. It could have been like a chemical company has got the world record for people applying napalm to their legs.
I agree with Tom. That would have been worse.
How did you see this and make that?
That just giggling the whole time.
Because it seems like the Guinness people are now just filleting whatever corporation does some dumb. What kind of a record is applying body moisturizer? Really?
During this year's American Academy of Dermatology, Skinapalooza is what I call it. Sarah Sarah V. Sarah. Yeah. I think Michael Sarah owns this company. Invited hundreds of board-certified dermatologists to apply body moisturizer in front of a camera. A total of 625 people participated to set the first record. A team from Guinness was on site to verify the attempt and announce the results. That's right. Moisturizer.
Dude, that sounds so perverted. Like, I'm going to have 700 people rub lotion on me.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're all doctors. Wear your outfits.
And
somebody went right up to their room afterward.
If it didn't rub lotion, what happened?
It gets the hose again.
It's the hose again.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
And you got to say it's to dehumanize the
That's right.
senator's daughter.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
And senator.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Can you imagine at that convention, all these people moisturize? The door handles must have all been really greasy for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
What the hell happened here? Oh, Dumbo had a bunch of doctors.
Dumbo.
What a stupid thing to do.
It is.
These world's records are getting so dumb. Where do they come from?
I don't know. I simply don't know.
Okay, well,
okay. Do they all have a brand name in them?
Sure.
Well, I think lately some of them
it's kind of like Lubriderm.
Yeah, there's they do some kind of a stunt.
Yeah. How dare the Guinness Book of World Records have a brand name in it?
Said Josh from the I Hate Steven Singer site.
What are they thinking?
What the hell are they thinking?
Enjoying myself at Wrigley Field, just a regular place.
That's actually, that's kind of an interesting exception to the rule.
Because you don't think that it's a company anymore?
I don't think Wrigley's. I think that's.
I don't think
I
it's
forgot
sponsored
about
by
the gum.
Wrigley.
I
What
forgot
about
all
in
that.
They
Cincinnati?
don't pay much for that. I think
The Great American Ballpark. It just sounds like it's a cool American ballpark.
But I mean, I think the naming rights for stadiums are millions of dollars. I think that the Wrigley thing has kind of become more of a tribute.
I think if they think of another sponsor would step up, people would still call it Wrigley Field.
Yeah. I would agree. In any event, applying moisturizer in public, a bunch of distinguished physicians, they must have had like 4 cocktails before they got them to do. Hey, doctor, will you step in front of my camera and grease up your hands? Sure.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Is that sports?
Yes, sir. That is sports.
Okay.
All done, all through.
Okay. Thank you very much.
That's a good sport.
Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Where am I going?
Jessica.
News.
Unless you have a song, Godwin.
Sure.
Wait a minute.
Hold it.
Hold it. Sorry, Jessica.
You got a song, Patty?
I love that little girl story with the mom, 5 years old, buying all that stuff on her phone. Love it.
Well, we haven't done the story.
You asked me what I wanted to do, and I told you.
I got it.
My door's locked. I'm not prepared.
I've got it right here. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Now we're on track.
We're ready now.
Do you have it or just?
No, I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
A woman in Massachusetts was shocked to discover that her 5-year-old daughter ordered $4,000 worth of items on Amazon.
Damn kid.
Ms. Jessica Nunes, the mom, said her family was in the car. Her daughter, Lila, I love that name, Lila asked to use her cell phone. I've been there. You're okay, go ahead, play a game. Ms. Nunes said she did not think any
Father of the year.
I'm pretty sure Finley's favorite game is the Nordstrom app.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what happened. So the mom figures she's playing a game on the phone. The kid's 5 years old. The next morning at 2 a.m., her phone buzzed, alerting her to a shipped Amazon order on the way. She thought her account had been hacked. She checked her Amazon app and discovered her credit card had been charged nearly $4,000. She determined that her 5-year-old had ordered, listen to this, if you're 5 years old, what do you order on Amazon? 10 children's dirt bikes.
Whoa! This kid rules.
Nice.
A children's 2-seat ride-on mini Jeep.
Okay. Yes. This is my favorite kid ever. Go ahead.
And 10 pairs of white cowgirl boots.
Awesome.
Now, here's the punchline. Ms. Nunes was only able to cancel some of the items. However, 5 dirt bikes and the Jeep did show up on her doorstep a few days later. All the companies have agreed to process returns. Oh, you got to let the kid at least keep the Jeep and one of the dirt bikes and at least 1 pair of the boots.
Something, yeah.
Well, maybe she doesn't have the money.
That's how that guy got 360 pairs of Crocs.
You can't do a callback to a story that old, but
That's That's how Josh treats
No.
10 minutes ago.
Your initial thought was leave the room.
Sorry, Boner.
That wasn't that far. That wasn't that long ago.
We do this for a living.
Oh, sorry.
It's a rookie mistake. It's not your fault.
The average listener's here for 17 minutes. That's when the clock goes off. It means no callbacks. Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
You have a song about some little kid charging a bunch of stuff to his mom?
What a coincidence.
Oh, I bought everything, Mom, with your Apple Pay, Mom. Everything on Amazon. I bought everything, Mom. I'm going to try all the clothes on. I bought everything, Mom. White boots, dirt bikes, new Jeep, motorcycle, shirt, shoes, drawing pencils, Barbies, bicycle, Crayola colors, a Disney princess, Harry Potter action figures, candles, and incense, swinging ring, Hake Lake, Ken and Stress Widgets, Elsa and Anna dolls, Taylor Swift tickets. I bought everything, Mom. Right there on your phone, Mom. Everything on Amazon. You're gonna need a loan, Mom. I tried all the clothes on. I bought everything, Mom.
Yeah.
All right. You see, that parody was close enough to the news story we did, Reno. That
I know. I wish there was more Pat and less Josh.
You're not alone. I see those emails, too.
Oh, I got an email,
Have you seen the
actually.
T-shirts?
Yeah.
Reno.
That's great,
I
Pat.
appreciate you making those.
This is for you, Reno. An email came in that says, my husband golfs in Crocs and he gets polka dot feet and it's disgusting. From Heather.
At a girl, Heather.
See? There you go.
That's
Heather
an
also,
anti-croc.
Polka dot feet from the sun, huh?
Still thinking Crocs.
Oh, okay. So you're not supposed to wear socks with Crocs? Is that the deal?
No socks with Crocs.
Okay. All right.
I like to.
Okay. Now, coming up, we have a couple of teasers. You got them for me over there?
Yeah, we've got robot waiters in the news. How about some human bones?
Human bones?
Or are they?
You got that bone, Tom? You got that bone over there?
She liked the bone.
Platypuses?
I believe it's
Stealing
platypussies.
Yes, please get it right, Jessica.
Just please say it correctly.
Josh,
Yeah.
platypi.
Oh, sorry.
Sweet.
Gracious.
So those are the
Sweet platypuses.
those are the ones that look like they're half duck. Is that right?
Yes, they have a duck bill.
That's why they're called duck-billed platypus.
That's the whole name?
Yeah, duck-billed platypus.
They have
And
a
they
duck,
lay eggs.
Remember, they lay eggs. They have a duck bill and a beaver tail.
They're a real mistake.
That was the day that God took acid.
And don't they have web feet? I think too, don't they?
They're really wild.
they're freaks.
Yeah, they're wild, man.
Okay. So, by the way, this lady that the little 5-year-old spent $4,000 on stuff on Amazon, she's apparently calling it a teachable moment.
Oh, all right.
As opposed to when some of us were little, that would be a smackable moment.
Our country's finished.
That'd be a hiding.
A little spankaroony. The old rear patootie. When we come back, we'll cover all these things. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, we have a request. Christy, do you feel like doing a little something over there?
Something like what?
Well, we have a request for Christy does a thing she does on occasion on stage with Henry Phillips. And
I see what
they
you're
are going to be working together.
Oh,
I don't know.
We were going to use that as a tease to get people to Wiley's on Saturday to see the big.
Well, I mean,
the big show.
The big
that'd be nice, but
duet.
there are a lot of people who can't make it.
Didn't we hear a new version of the? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you guys ever?
Yeah, we did get that.
Oh, cool.
We played that.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we? Can you do the original? Do you know?
That's the more politically correct version.
Have you ever guys tried this on the air here?
Have we? Yeah, I think we have. I don't know. Gosh, Henry, it's been so long since I've seen you, and I just thought that would be great to kind of maybe sit here and talk about some things like the weather. Have you noticed how hot it's gotten? Oh my God, and the humidity.
She's talking again.
I have some friends that have shown
really
up
bugging
at
me.
the
She's
beach
talking again.
wearing the most ungodly
It's
outfits.
so embarrassing. I look at my friend.
I don't know what women are thinking.
I think
these
she's
days.
psycho because she's talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and
that's great,
talking.
but you know, at least make sure your surgeon gets your nipples in the right place, because I hate it when they skew left. God, what is that all about? You would think.
She's talking again. I need a cigarette. She's talking again.
Here's the other
I
girl
wish
who
we
worked
never
at the
met. She's
Midget
talking
the other day.
again.
Oh, God, the scars
She's
she
like a
had.
TV set. She's talking and talking and talking. I'm gonna go insane.
That cellulite was something everybody.
I'm in
has,
horrific
so why
pain.
would you even do that to yourself? And then
I think she's on
horrible
cocaine.
scars. Your stomach looks like a battleground.
Maybe I
now.
need
It's
some
not
because she's
attractive.
talking and talking
Oh my
and
God.
talking and talking.
And I'll tell you what, if she
I
wears
don't
that
care
bathing suit
about
one
a
more
word
time, I
you
am gonna
say.
have to-
You
I don't know.
already told that stupid
Strap her to
story
her room so
anyway.
she sees a
I'm
mirror.
gonna get a 38 and blow myself away because you're talking.
You look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is as good as I am ever going to look. Oh, my God. And to go out in public like that? What is she thinking? I was at a black tie event
She's
the other night.
talking
and Reno
again.
Girl had
It's
on
really
this dress.
bugging me. She's talking
Her husband's
again.
in a beautiful
It's
tuxedo.
so embarrassing. I look at my friends.
Unbelievably low
I think
cut
she's
dress.
psycho because she's
I
talking
couldn't
and
believe
talking
it.
and
Here we
talking.
are trying to raise money for a charity and her breasts are hanging out.
She's talking again.
Oh my God, she's 55 years old. Come
She's
on.
talking again.
What's your age? What are you trying to prove?
She's talking
we all know
again.
that once you start drinking, you're going to hit on your husband's best friend, and that is not
She's
attractive.
talking again.
Yeah, right.
See what you miss when you're gone for just a couple of months, hon?
Wow. Christy
Okay.
Lee, along with Henry Phillips. I heard something about nipples the wrong way and
Have you
breasts
ever
hanging
seen
out.
that?
Skewing the wrong way?
Yeah.
Sometimes they put them back, they're not exactly
Okay, thank you.
lined up.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Marty Feldman nipples.
Is that what they call it in the textbooks?
I
for
think
the
so.
professors?
Footage. Filmmaker Brett Morgan got access to Bowie's archives starting in 2018. Moon Age Daydream will debut on HBO on April 29th. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The news story is about the great Derek Jeter.
Check, this would be the great Derek Jeter.
Why?
The fascinating Derek Jeter.
Derek.
Tell me more, Tom.
I'm explaining it
Yes,
for the
you
lady.
The best athlete in the room.
She knows more about baseball, softball than anybody in here.
What is baseball? Is this where they kick it?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year 1976. The place, Miami, Florida. It was Super Bowl 10, and America was celebrating her bicentennial. The national anthem that year was performed by a famous blind entertainer, Tom Sullivan. Let's listen to this rare recording of his pre-game performance.
Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. Sullivan.
What?
You're not on the microphone. Take 3 steps forward.
Oh, okay. It's just... Oh. By the dawn's early light.
While organizers were applauded for their support of people with disabilities, fans and critics alike agreed that a stage 12 feet off the ground was a particularly bad idea.
A little help now.
This has been great moments in NFL history.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. You Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee continuing on vacation. Who knows when she'll be back? Back. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo, yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and now here's Tom with a very special guest.
Thank you very much. He's comedian Reno Collier, and this evening, he's on stage in, you ready for the jingle? He's on stage in Owasso, Michigan. That's right, Owasso.
Ass in the middle. No.
O on the end, ass in the middle.
Yes. Owasso.
There you go. There you go. Their team, of course, their high school team, the Flamings. Flaming Owazos.
The holes?
Yeah, that's at the Lebowski Center. This sounds like a gag.
No, it's real.
Was it the Lebowski Center before the movie The Big
Where's
Lebowski?
the money, Lebowski?
I don't know, but that's the only way I can remember where I'm going. You know what I mean? Like I've never heard of it before.
It's a great venue. I'm
yeah,
looking
it's
at the
cool.
pictures.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
You'll be on stage there this evening. It should be a great show.
It's pretty. You're not a man. Good Lord.
Okay,
where I'm going is pretty.
We got Reno in the middle, surrounded by a couple asses. I'll tell you that much right now.
Woo!
Now, I know we're not supposed to do callbacks to things more than 15 minutes
But you're
ago.
about to?
Platypus
No, earlier on the show.
is not only an egg-laying mammal, but it's also venomous.
Right.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Well, we'll get to the platypus story. We're not there yet.
Sorry.
We can't do a callback to it.
Okay.
We were talking about...
I'm sorry, I made a Reno. My fault.
He was called forward.
we were talking about Harry Carey and Steve Stone.
Yeah.
We featured a nice piece from the great comedian John Campanera.
Oh, my God. It's hysterical.
And I know you spent some time at Wrigley, Willie.
Sure, yeah.
Used to live right near it. This comes to us from Phil in Midland, Texas.
Phil?
He said, I met both Mr. Harry Carey and Mr. Steve Stone at Wrigley Field in the mid-'80s. Steve Stone was dressed to the nines, had a big cigar, shook my hand. Harry was in purple striped shirt and shorts, shook my hand and said, nice to see you again. By the way, it was the first time I've ever met him. It was great, he said. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Mr. Carey. Once again, he had a huge stadium beer full of scotch. But why not?
Attaboy. I got to walk across Wrigley out of the outfield. The show I did a long time ago on NBC, it started on Route 66, and we started in Chicago. And they had a helicopter filming me, and I almost fell down like 10 times, and you had to get the airspace. I was freaking out.
That's an expensive shot.
And the shot, I had to come out of right field and walk all the way to the pitcher's mound while they're paying for this helicopter. And they're like, if you fall down, we don't know what we're going to do. So don't fall. And it takes forever to get. And in my head, I'm trying to picture like, all right, bring in the righty. You know what I mean? But there's nobody in the stadium. It was totally empty except for people hiding in the dugouts. The back part of that stadium and the locker rooms, it feels like you go back in time.
Sure.
In baseball.
Wow.
Like it is
We have
unbelievable.
the men's room. Have you ever seen the famous thing where the guy dives into the urinal trough and slides? And I still have the same question. After the guy did that, he's obviously coated in urine. Because I guess they blocked up the drain so it filled up so he could do what's the thing you slide down?
Slippy slide?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, he's coated in urine. Does he go back to his seat?
He probably just got on the L and then smelled better than everyone else on the train.
That's not wrong. Yeah.
In Milwaukee, wasn't there a guy that used to, in the outfield, when they hit a home run, slide into a huge vat of beer?
Billy Brewer. Is that the name of that guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a circular slide. He slides that right into a thing of beer.
But it wasn't urine. Okay, a time for a special event, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that right?
Hey, Jess, can you bring it in? The other Jess is here, Jess Hooker. Oh. And she has something that, can you hold that up? So
holy hell.
Oh, wow.
It's a birthday cake for Willie, and it's
my special little day.
It's in the shape of a microphone.
Oh, very nice.
It's beautiful.
And that's your favorite kind of cake, red velvet.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
How about that? It says really on it?
Giant microphone.
Let's slice that bastard up.
Either that or it's a Lexington steel cake. One of them.
You know, there's a site on Instagram called
Is it
That
cake?
Looks Like a Dick. All kinds of pictures just like that.
It does.
I think I'll contribute.
Well, how nice.
The little webbing at the bottom, that's what Spider-Man's penis looks like.
That's right.
Oh, did your cake lady make that, Tom?
Yes, that's an Amy creation.
So it's
Thank you.
95% fondant. Terrific.
Thank you, Amy.
Inedible. Thank you, Amy.
it is delicious.
Josh's next cake. Oh, there's going to no fondant.
Plenty of arsenic.
There'll be some fecal.
Josh making friends. As always, making friends.
That's beautiful, Amy. Thank
You're
you.
being mean today, but it's so funny. So just keep it up, I guess.
I'm not being mean, just honest. Those cakes tend to suck. Wait a minute. Who just audibly gasped?
That's nice. Thank you. Willie, happy 30th.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm here.
Willie's birthday weekend.
Very happy birthday.
I'm old now. I need to learn what.
The birthday eve?
Yeah,
Or-
tomorrow's my birthday, so I gotta like learn what deductible means, and I gotta figure out what a sump pump is, and
Welcome to your 30s. It
Off
comes
your
with Prilosec.
dad's
I look forward
insurance
to
and
learning
everything, right?
I'm already off that. I got the work. That was 26, right?
No, I don't think so. It's 30. And if he told you it was earlier, he's lying.
He got you.
No. Have we finished sports?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? In all honesty, I don't remember.
We did, and we played the song, and we
Really?
went to
Yeah,
no
Pat
idea.
played a song.
Last thing I remember was body moisturizer at a convention.
Right. And then, because we said, hey, in the news, or does Pat have a song? And then Pat said, I have a song. And then you said, well, we haven't done that story yet.
Okay, good.
And then Reno told us,
And then Chick was mean, and Reno moved on.
Reno did a call back to when Bob was here.
Learn how to be on the radio, okay? God.
I like this. It's at the beginning of a TV show, and they catch you up. This is nice.
West time. Oh.
Also, what do you
recap.
have?
Australian authorities arrested a man for allegedly removing a platypus from its natural habitat and taking it on a train ride. According to Queensland police, the 26-year-old took the animal from a waterway in Moorfield. He and a woman then traveled by train to the nearby town of Caboolture, where they entered a shopping mall and showed off the platypus to local shoppers.
Hey, look at this.
What do you think of that, huh?
Oh, it's this guy.
They look like they're half beaver, half duck. God, they're super creepy.
Oh, I think they're cute.
I'm glad it's not half pheasant, half duck.
Yes.
Yeah, what are those words called? Where you,
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau. Yeah, that would be very
You got
awkward.
your pheasant and your duck.
They took the. Boy, that sounds like a really boring movie. The sequel to Snakes on a Plane. Platypus on a train.
It's just a couple. Oh, that thing's weird, huh?
A platypus on a train sounds like a Sam I Am, green eggs and ham platypus on a train. But they're cute. How big are they? I can't tell from this picture. Are they
A few football, maybe? I don't know.
are they the size of a
No, they're about 6 feet long.
beaver?
Yeah.
They're like a gar.
It looks like an animal looking in a black tube sock,
The
basically.
reason I said gar was I was thinking 6 feet long, those long gar fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
gosh, that's good. Reno?
They're like a ground.
I know. If you have to explain it, it's not worth the time.
No. You're on off the hot seat. Josh is in the hot seat now.
So
Gar have teeth, you know. Don't they? Don't the gar has teeth?
if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck and quacks like a duck in Australia, it's not a duck.
It's half pheasant.
Platypus.
Okay.
A very odd-looking critter.
Yeah, they are. They're
What's weird is I didn't know you couldn't take it out of its natural habitat, but the police said the man now faces charges that carry a maximum fine of nearly $300,000.
Wow.
And the platypus's condition is not known. So hope he's okay, little guy.
You know, this says the males are venomous.
Oh.
I think they have like spikes on their legs.
God.
It's dangerous to put a platypus on a train. You just got to put deadly chemicals and nuclear stuff. That's what you put on the train.
Oh, I see.
They're so funny.
This guy's getting fined $300,000. I'd like to see other fines, okay?
He's not wrong.
Didn't I read somewhere that Australia has 8 of the 10 most deadly animals in the world?
Yeah. That's right.
They're all there.
We should have asked Harry Felt. What's his name?
Randy Feltface.
Randy Feltface. About.
Did you see? It wasn't Australia. I don't know if I have. Oh, here we go. This is a story we had a couple days ago. We never got to. About the
Shut up, Reno.
South African flight where there was a cobra on the plane.
No. How'd the cobra get on the plane?
They don't know, and they can't find it.
It's still there?
You have the story?
They are taking the plane apart looking for it. Here it is. A South African flight was forced to make an emergency landing after a deadly cobra was found in the plane's cockpit.
Yikes.
Pilot Mr. Rudolph Erasmus told the BBC, I felt this cool sensation sort of crawling up my shirt.
I wonder what oh boy.
He initially thought he may have not closed his water bottle properly and water was dripping down his shirt, but he turned his head and saw a cobra receding its head backwards underneath the seat. The pilot, Mr. Erasmus, was piloting a Beechcraft Baron 58 destined for Pretoria.
Baron 58, we're headed to Pretoria.
He informed his passengers of the stowaway and made an emergency landing in Welcome. According to the BBC,
Welcome.
The cobra is still missing. Engineers are stripping the plane down, have not yet located. Wow.
That's horrifying.
What would you have done if you looked down?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look out the plane on your left, you'll see me and the co-pilot parachuting to the ground. The streamer is actual fecal material. You're on board a plane with a cobra.
We'll be right back with more news.
That's scary.
Yikes.
And they haven't found it yet? Well, okay.
They're stripping the plane, remember?
Yeah, that would be... When we come back, we have a special treat. Another special treat coming up. Jeff Oskay, a news we failed to mention, is on the way. Also, hippie stuff from thousands of years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the hippies were back even then. Who knew? We'll find out that they were tripping balls. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment?
This is one that I wrote, and we'd like to play it on your program.
All right, go ahead for it.
The full moonlight's enough for me to see all the woman in you. Got the wipers on with the heat on your feet. You're about to blow my fuse. I won't put it in park until it gets dark, 'cause baby, you know the rules. I can't get off with the dome light on. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the door, you stupid whore. They're playing our favorite song. Ain't no need to fiddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get off with the dome light on.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
I'm kindly old-fashioned when it comes to certain things. Never wore a pair of short pants and always ketchup on my onion rings. Some things I can deal with, baby, I don't care if you chew. I even let you take your shoes off, but there's one thing I just won't do. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the door, you stupid whore. They're playing our favorite song. Ain't no need to fiddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get off with the dome light on.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
Yay! I don't believe when you tell me that you're saving up for beauty school. And I don't believe a word you say about meeting that motley crew. And I don't believe when you tell me that you don't believe I'm a fool. But I do believe if that light stays on, the cops will see what we do. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the doors, you stupid whore. They're playing that favorite song. Ain't no need to piddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get home with the dome light on.
Get off with the dome light on.
One more time.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
One more time again.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
We're through playing now.
All right.
Hey.
And Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now in theaters from Bob and Tom Pictures.
Hey, Christy, it's Rob. It's been a while. I was just thinking maybe we should give it another try. Call me later.
Christy, pick up. Hey, how you doing, girl? It's me. I'm back in town. Man, the West Coast sucked. Oh, come on, give me a call.
Hi, Christy. Hey, it's me. Remember me? Hey, I was looking at some old pictures of that time back in Tuscaloosa. When, I'm sure you remember. I'll call me.
From Bob and Tom Pictures, Christy Lee stars in The X-Men.
Hey, Christy, it's your favorite drummer. I'm in town playing for a new band called Saber. Call me.
Hey, Christy, it's me, Donnie Baker. Hey, I was cleaning out the boat, and I found a pair of your, anyways, I think they're yours. Can we try it again, man? I got the motor fixed. I swear to God it works better. You ain't gonna have to row or nothing this time. Call my pager.
Christy Lee's X-Men, now showing every other weekend and Wednesdays if she's not too busy.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
We're speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. What else is your life? What are you into? Do you have hobbies? Do you like weird food? You're a drug addict? Anything cool to talk about?
I love food. Food is my. Are you a drug addict? I'm very pale, but not a drug addict.
I'd like to be a drug addict just for a little while.
I love food. Mm-hmm. I even enjoy watching people make food. But you ever notice the Food Network is far more interesting when you're hungry? When you're full, you're kind of like, this is stupid. But when you're hungry, the Food Networks are like porn. You're like, oh, yeah. Whip it up, baby. Make it for me. I love eating late at night, too. You're not supposed to eat late at night. And then again, you're not supposed to drink booze in the morning.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright. Because I'm blind.
Jeez. Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee is on vacation. She might never come back. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Seriously, how many songs have we gotten today?
Not very many. What a laid-back...
3.
I know.
Just 3. So 1 an hour is what we're working with right now.
It's a magic number.
3. Yes. Tell Ace I'm not speaking to him. Can you?
I think chicken.
Ace, congratulations.
It's an Easter miracle.
Your prayers have been answered.
That's the
It is,
miracle.
well, Good Friday becomes a great Friday.
It's Good Friday. That's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick.
Ribbon, my buddy.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Feels like a Friday, man.
I'm a disgruntled Chick McGee, and here's Tom. Hello, Tom Griswold.
Can you be gruntled?
You've got a special guest up in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Evidently a comedian.
Well, tell me a joke. It's comedian Reno Collier on his way to Owasso, Michigan, where he will be on stage tonight.
Round on the end, ass in the middle.
Owasso. He'll be at the Lebowski Center. This sounds like an April Fool's gag, but it's not. It's also not April Fool's Day. It's Good Friday. That'll be a great show tonight with Reno Collier. Reno is famous for his
I'm not buying the dog shoes, dude. Okay, go ahead. That's from Lebowski.
Oh, okay. Where was I?
You said Reno was famous for his country fried take?
That's right. We'll get a country fried take out of Reno quite soon. In the meantime, we do have more news to get to with Jessica sitting over there in the news chair. What's going on?
Scientists have discovered evidence that ancient Europeans in the Bronze Age used hallucinogenic drugs.
Cool.
At a burial site in Menorca, Spain, researchers found 3,000-year-old strands of hair that contain traces of hallucinogens derived from plants. Study authors positioned that Bronze Age Europeans may have been taking hallucinogenic drugs as part of a ritualistic ceremony. And the research offers that the first pieces of direct evidence that ancient humans used primitive drugs.
Kind of cool. Have you seen the cave drawings?
No.
There's one guy's got a Dave Matthews Band shirt on. Yeah, that kind of
Was it the fire dancer?
Kind of gave it away. Oh, God. Can you imagine
What would you say?
how bad the jam music was back then? One chord. Two-string lute.
The string milk incident. It wasn't cheese. It was not cheese yet. See, Willie?
That is funny.
No toilets. That'd be rough. Living in a cave. Hey, Junior, I told you, go outside. I don't care if there's bears out there. Don't dump in the cave, all right, buddy?
Don't dump in the cave. Don't sleep in the subway, darling.
Don't dump in the cave. Amen. So this is how many years ago they thought they were using?
3,000 years.
Using hallucinogenic plants of some sort. Okay.
A lot of ancient shamans and stuff apparently used a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Your powders.
Dude, Stonehenge, dude.
So silly.
Grateful Dead bears, man. What else you got?
More restaurants are employing robot waiters than ever before.
Okay, time out. Are these really robots, Tom, or are they just like levers with a cart?
No, they're driving around.
They have a face.
Some of the places do. These are particularly big in
Josh, tell 'em.
Japan.
Robots have to have a face to be robots. Otherwise, they're just machines.
Mechanized levers.
All scary.
Lazy Susan.
These are. I mean, have you ever been a place that has these?
No.
They're incredibly accurate.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're so true to life. You try to catch their eye to get anything, and they look the other way. I can't see you, maps.
They have these at my grandma's old folks' home, which kind of surprised me because I figured that'd be kind of scary technology for those folks. But they're bored of it in there. They don't even notice it.
My grandma did not allow a laptop in her house. My dad first brought one in and opened up the laptop, and she freaked out and made him leave.
What was she afraid of?
It would take over.
Wow.
And she was right. They pretty
Yeah.
much did. This is before like smartphones and everything, but she was like, get that out of here.
Have you seen the robot waiters at Hooters?
Well, you know what the robot waiters at Hooters say?
Huge bolts.
But the boobs are real.
And then the robot waiter, hey, pal, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, the male robot waiters at Hooters have huge nuts.
Your grandmother would not let her your dad bring in a laptop?
Yeah, it was like the first laptop he had, so it was kind of clunky, you know,
Yeah.
but man, she just freaked out.
My grandfather had a similar thing. He would not let my cousin bring her Korean boyfriend to dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Every time I look at him, my thigh hurts. That's why I got shrapnel.
They're taking over.
He's very weird.
I might have shot your uncle. Well, well.
Man, we're having fun, but I think we're in trouble. I don't tell you.
I mean, the robot, I really have seen that robot thing, but I think when I was a kid, I know they do, where do they do? They do it, I think, now at Pizza King, where they have the train.
Oh, I love the
There was a
train.
restaurant where I grew up. I thought that was the coolest thing. You'd order a Coke, and it would go, and it would stop at your table.
Yeah.
The train that went around the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
God, that was the greatest. That's cool. That's
Well,
sort of
you know what? You're pretentious, yet you're mystified by a train running around the restaurant.
No, it's just
I don't trust a train delivering soda.
No.
It was so cool.
You have to open up the little glass to get when it stops at your table, right? And then you take your drinks
but
out, and then it
if
goes
you're-
back
if-
to
if
your
What
that's
happens
how it
when the
is.
train derails and they have to evacuate the restaurant? How about that joke is as fresh as today's headline.
Got a lot of comedy being mined out of that.
As I recall,
All right, I'll give you that.
as I recall, the place didn't have tankers full of toxic chemicals that could derail.
Well, that's what Pepsi is.
God, yeah. No, well, that's the thing. If you order a Pepsi and it's a Coke place, the robot says, "Yeah, we'll give you Coke with oil in it. First, it tastes like Pepsi for you, sir."
You think robots talk, and the first thing they have to say is, "Nyap." That's what you think.
Yeah, that is how I indicate to you I am a robot.
Going to begin speaking.
See, I don't like this whole new AI thing where the robots can sound just like people. That's creepy.
Yeah. Well, that is weird. But I'm all for this.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to hand it to the 2001: A Space Odyssey and Stanley Kubrick.
Odyssey, yeah.
What did I say?
Oddity.
Odyssey.
David
Okay, that was
Bowie,
the Mad Magazine version.
Right.
Yeah, they nailed it. When the robots said, "Well, Dave,
Sure.
I'm sorry I had to lock the door, Dave." That's where we're going.
Open the pod doors.
But restaurants can't hide. They're having so much trouble finding employees. Yeah, this is what you get. Robots now.
Of course, they still insist on having a smoke break. And bad smoke breath.
If he thinks I'm working Sunday, he's crazy.
He's got another thing coming.
You forgot to say yep.
Yep.
Those are the older models.
Yep.
He spilled a drink on me. I nearly shorted out.
You can talk to my union steward. I tell you that.
I went to college. I have an English major. Why am I a robot waiter?
They're going to figure out a way to tax them. Because that was the big thing. When people started saying, like, I need $25 an hour to work at McDonald's, they started talking about the robots. There were people that were like, we're going to tax the robot as a person.
What?
So it doesn't, I'm not kidding you.
Oh,
so
boy.
it doesn't harm the workforce of people being able to have a job.
Well, I want people to be able to work, but
Uncle Samsung sure wants his cut.
Uncle Samsung.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Merp.
Yep.
Coming up, we have Reno Collier and a Country Fried Take live. Once again, Reno on stage tonight, Owasso, Michigan, at the Lebowski Center. And it looks like a great venue. I'm looking at the photographs of it. It looks very, very nice.
You're not. You're looking at a green piece of paper. Quit lying to people.
Josh got the look.
You got a look.
Josh got the mean face.
Yes, I was looking at the. Now I'm looking at this with the schedule on.
Wait, what's that pink piece of paper?
It says Josh. It says Josh Arnold, no gigs, all canceled by club owners. Ooh, that's harsh. That is rough. Time now to have your. Speaking of restaurants, how about some food that's better than restaurant food, or maybe it's as good as your favorite restaurant? That's where HelloFresh comes in. They deliver the box to you. They have done the shopping. They spent half an hour looking for the horseradish. They found everything to make great food. They send you the recipe card and all the ingredients and the directions. And you can also save 50% right now. A very special offer coming up at HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. What have you been working on over there, Willie?
Check out the Italian chicken and pepper sandos with potato wedges and garlic sauce. HelloFresh sends you 11 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In about a half hour, you are enjoying this Hall of Fame dish from our friends at HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, like I said, they do the shopping. If your taste buds keep calling you up and going, hey, How about something new? That's where HelloFresh comes in. They've got some great new stuff. By the way, that would include the all-new fast and fresh options ready in 15 minutes or less. Every week, more than 40 chef-curated recipes from vegan all the way over this way to good old classic comfort food and everything in between. Check it out. HelloFresh, a bunch of new stuff. You're going to save money too, and save on food waste. They, like I said, they have done the measuring. They have done the shopping. Sign up today. A huge deal right now. It's 50% off. Hence the code BTShow50, like Bob Tom Show 50. HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. By the way, your first box ships for free. That's BTShow50 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Coming up, a little bit of Mr. Jeff Oskay and news we failed to mention, and Reno Collier's Country Fried Take. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
Raising taxes on the nation's highest earners to keep Medicare running as is. The new findings revealed in a March poll by the AP Nork Center for Public Affairs Research came as both safety net programs are poised to run out of enough cash to pay out full benefits within the next decade. Just as I'm about ready to retire. That's great. That's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, it's Tom. Coming up Monday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll hang out with comedian Greg Warren and the Warren Report.
The one that they tend to ham it up on is this strike three call.
Yeah.
That's bad news to somebody. You don't want to have that.
Strike three. Hey, you're on your way to AAA.
That's Monday morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Now, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
really
The
tiny.
tiniest.
Yeah,
Yes.
little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Bound. Chicka down, down, down. Woo. Does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1912.
The place? Hocker on Rhine, Germany. After several complaints about unsanitary conditions from competitors in a sledding event, it was determined that some of the participants were unaware of the precise nature of a particular event. Once the officials removed all the phlegm balls from the course and explained that the name of the event was pronounced luge and not loogie, the competition continued without any further problems. Ironically, the eventual winner of the luge event was an Austrian named Karl Boogermeister. He took the gold medal by a narrow margin over Norwegian athlete who was disqualified.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Jim, we mentioned you are a tall man.
Yes.
6'6", 6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First
timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also given. My married name is somebody. Somebody's got to take the trash out. At first, I was like, is he talking to somebody else? Is there somebody else here?
Somebody.
Shouldn't we be on a first-name basis by now?
Well, someone's going to have to go to the hardware store, and somebody's going to have to put this table together.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. It's Jessica Halsman at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hey, chick. Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
Ace Cosby's over there.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom. We've got a guest in the studio, Tom.
Kind of a Bob and Tom legend.
Kind of.
That's what I said.
I'll take it.
I like it. It's comedian Reno Collier. Reno was on his way to and the end's ass in the middle. Owasso. It's Owasso? Oh, sorry. Owasso, Michigan, where he will be on stage tonight. A very special performance at the Lebowski Center with Reno Collier tonight. Coming up, the Reno Collier Country Fried Take. But right now on the big screen, as I look over that way, I see it's Jeff Oskay.
Yeah!
Oh, he's got a puppet there.
Hey, everybody, I'm Oskay the Ground. You wouldn't make me a puppet, so I made my own.
Oh, hi. I'm sold.
It's terrifying.
It looks just like you, Jeffrey.
And what's your name?
Oskay the Grouch.
I believe that's taken.
No, that's Oscar, that son of a bee.
Oh.
I'm Oskay the Grouch.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Hi, Oskay.
Yeah, hi. I'm helping Jeff with the news we found.
Okay. Well, can you do the first story on news we failed to mention?
Well, let's do the intro first, Tommy.
Okay.
Here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news. Spring is here.
Wait a minute. You're doing the voice for the whole thing, huh?
Well, at least for the first.
Okay.
What you failed to mention. That's right. Suck it, Winter. All right, I'll take it from here. A train carrying Coors Light derailed in Montana, dumping beer into the river. What you failed to mention.
Yes.
Luckily, the beer was only Coors Light, so none of the fish were affected. It's watered down.
It's blank and close to water. Hey,
That's right.
Okay.
A family of beachgoers in Florida report unexpected encounters with nudists. What you failed to mention, that's right. Well, Bella, that is what they call a chocolate starfish. It's what they call a chocolate starfish. Yeah. New research, I'll take this, Oskay. New research has shown that contrary to popular belief, money actually does buy happiness. Really? But they failed to mention. What else are they lying to us about? Is a penny saved really a penny earned? Does the early bird really get the worm? Should we have been looking at a gift horse in the mouth this entire time? That sucked. You're right, Oskay.
Well, he is a grouch.
He is a grouch.
There you go.
Read the next one, dummy. 2 inmates who escaped from prison were recaptured hours later at a local IHOP. What you failed to mention... Imagine going to all the trouble to escape only to have your first meal be prepared by former inmates. That's right. IHOP employs a lot of crazy individuals.
Oskay the grouch.
Do the next one. Some guy lost his dead father's ashes during a bar crawl in Dublin. What you failed to mention, at least he won't be rolling over in his grave. I don't get it. Okay. How about you do the next one there, Oskay? We learned the orgasm gap, as they call it, is a real thing. That's right. Where many more men achieve orgasm during sexual contact over their female counterparts. What you failed to mention, well, stop looking so damn hot, ladies. That's on you.
Yeah. If you don't want us to finish so quickly,
right.
look worse.
Yeah, hug it up a little. Dozens of students at a high school set a new world record for the world's largest charcuterie board. The board is more than 200 feet long, breaking the previous Guinness record by more than 50 feet. What you failed to mention, the cost of the charcuterie board came in at just under $700,000. They're expensive.
That's a lot of prosciutto.
And finally, a Great Dane gave birth to 21 Great Dane puppies over a 27-hour period. What you failed to mention, the owners named the Great Dane Ida, which in Danish translate to "I'm about to be rich." That's right. Great Dane puppies are expensive. I'm Oskay the Grouch, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Jeff Oskay. Thank you, Oskay.
Oscar. Or wait a minute. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jeff Oskay and Oskay the Grouch puppet. Oh, that's very nice. Well, by the way, if you're a puppet fan, there's a photograph of us with the puppets and Randy Feltface from yesterday's show. It was quite fun. Now, let's see. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Reno Collier. But first, once again, this is a callback to 3 hours ago. We were talking about Wrigley Field, Harry Carey, et cetera, et cetera. This comes to us from Matt. He said, after too many beers, we went up to the press box. I got to meet Harry Carey because I have a relative who was working for WGN at the time.
Cool.
We met Harry Carey, Ron Santo, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
Ron had a full glass of bourbon. Harry apparently not drinking at the time. I was introduced and watched in silence and awe. Harry turned around and said, "What was your name again, son?" I said, "Matt." Harry said, "Matt, you're a good kid. Can you go get Harry a hot dog? Get yourself one, too."
Yeah.
I went to the press concession stand, got 2 hot dogs, gave Harry one. He said, "Thanks, kid. You're a good boy." When I got back, Ron Santo had a fresh glass of bourbon. The good old days of Cubs baseball.
Very nice.
Also had a beer with Robert Plant and his band backstage after a concert.
Holy cow.
That's pretty cool, too.
Heck yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's return to the Bob and Tom News Desk. Jessica Alsman sitting in for Christy Lee, who's on vacation. Will she come back? What did we decide her new last name is going to be?
I don't know that we have.
Yeah, we have to think.
Are we moving to the new location to broadcast from before she comes back, right?
Right, yeah. She'll be very
She comes back, has no idea why we're not here.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm sorry. What have you got over there, Jessica?
Authorities in the UK were relieved to find that a report of human remains turned out to be a toy skeleton.
Thank goodness.
According to the BBC, police received a report regarding what appeared to be a human skeleton hidden in a bush in a residential neighborhood. Police said one of its officers investigated the matter only to discover that the bones belonged to a toy pirate skeleton. also found.
Meanwhile, the family looking for their toy skeleton were horrified to find an actual corpse. Buried 6 feet
Classic case of mistaken identity. The old switcheroo.
But they also found the fake skeleton of a parrot.
Oh, that's
next
funny.
to the toy pirate skeleton.
Yeah, and I wondered how they knew it was that. And then if you keep reading it, it had a hook for a hand.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, come on.
Well, from far away, it must have been a little alarming.
Wouldn't there be some flesh on it still if it was a human bone or something versus like a pure white?
It would have had to have been in there a long time and nobody noticed it before everything disintegrated.
Yeah, I think so. Look at the picture and go, yep, it's a toy skeleton, all right. I think
It looked real.
when I reached for it and it went trick or treat, I knew maybe this thing
Did
wasn't
you ever
real.
get that model when you were a kid, like the Visible Woman, or Visible Man, or whatever it was? Right?
We had that at school.
Those were cool.
Real big one.
Yeah. Put them together with
Now,
glue.
did you ever go see the exhibit in Las Vegas where they have actual human beings that have been
freeze-dried, or something like that?
They're put in some kind of plastic. It's
cut in half.
Incredible.
Crazy.
It's
It
also
wasn't as hot as I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I mean,
very disturbing. But I mean,
I got off, but
it's important. Really? Yeah.
Took a long time.
Very, very.
Well, people kept coming by.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Nothing to see here.
Now, it's time now to switch gears here because we have Reno Collier once again on his way to Owasso, Michigan, where you will be at the Lebowski Center tonight for a big show. Should be great. And you do something on this show. We call it the Country Fried Take. What have you got for us?
Yes, sir. So I remember as a kid going hunting early in the morning, and it would be super dark out. And in the quiet of nature, looking up at the sky, I found that I could really think more clearly than any time or any place. I'm not sure if it was the utter visual amazement of the universe or the thought that somewhere up there, Luke Skywalker was making out with his sister. But it's always been something I could look towards and let my thoughts take over. It's a great way to calm the mind. I remember spending hours as a kid looking to the sky after my grandma passed away. I'd sit on the back porch, stare at the stars, and talk to her, and I felt connected to her even though she was gone. I remember looking at the moon, wondering what it would be like to become a test pilot, go through astronaut training, eventually get assigned a mission to the moon and being launched like a dart into the giant ball of cheese in the sky. Or should I just save my time and money and just go to Disney Studios where they actually filmed the landing?
Conspiracy theory.
And I was one of those kids that only knew the Big Dipper and Little Dipper. Like anyone that walked up, there's a Big Dipper, there's a Little Dipper. I couldn't see the Greek gods wrestling or a cat in a slingshot. I'd try, though, and then my Uncle Denny told me there was a naked woman up there in the stars. And after about 2 hours, I thought I saw a boob, but turns out the nipple was a plane and it just kept moving around. I couldn't keep up with it. My point is, when you look up, you find wonderment. When you look down, you show defeat, even if it's subconscious. I remember coaches telling us after games we lost, keep your head up. You gave it your all. And there's a lot of truth in that. Nowadays, everyone seems to walk around with their head down, whether it's sulking, anxiety, or phone addiction. No one looks up. It's a hell of a good time to rob people. Nobody's paying attention to anything. And the sheer physical act of having your head down cuts out most of what you can see. Try it. Like, look down and then look up. It feels like the world opens up. It frees the mind to new ideas. The Egyptians built pyramids completely based off the alignment of the stars. They took 20 years to build with pieces weighing up to 15 tons and millions of individual stones. And they're still standing over 4,500 years later. Now it takes 20 years to get a contractor to call you back, and your roof is totaled if it gets hit by little ice balls. The Wright brothers looked to the sky and built an actual flying machine. It was true magic. They dreamt of being like the birds. And now a bunch of non-dreamers turned flying into a really expensive way to lose your luggage and leave you stranded in Albuquerque with a $7 voucher for a $35 piece of pizza. What I'm saying is unless you live on a farm or collect chewed up bubble gum, pick your head up when you're walking. look up, look ahead, and don't forget to dream. And if anyone can find that naked woman in the stars, just give me a hint. I'm Reno Collier, and that's my country fried
Very
tale.
nice, Reno.
Thank you.
Reno Collier, once again, Reno is on stage tonight, the Lebowski Center, Owasso, Michigan. And let's see, Pat, you don't have anything coming up. You're going to be at McCurdy's in Sarasota, Florida in July.
Yeah.
Taking a little breather?
Break, yeah.
Okay.
Well deserved.
I was going to say, no one deserves it more.
As is Josh. And I do know that Donnie Baker is going to be at, of all places, the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky tonight. And then he'll be in Henderson, Kentucky at the Preston Arts Center on Saturday. And I have heard a rumor that Donnie may have some special guests with him.
Well, that's exciting.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
So look for some great shows with Donnie this evening and tomorrow night. Now, we have time to go back over to the news desk. Have we missed anything?
One hotel guest in Boston got quite the shock when federal agents conducting a training exercise barged into the wrong room. WBZ TV reports that the FBI, along with other federal agents, were holding a mock investigation at the Revere Hotel in the middle of the night when they banged on the door to an airline pilot's room. The man, who was sleeping, woke up and opened the door, only for the agents to barge in and handcuff him. Sources said they interrogated him for nearly an hour and even put him in the shower before realizing their mistake.
Wow.
EMS was called to evaluate the pilot, who refused treatment. The FBI acknowledged the incident in a statement saying the Boston division is reviewing the incident with DOD for further action as deemed appropriate.
I'd like to think halfway through the interrogation, one of the FBI agents looked at, man, this guy is really good. He sure is committed to
This guy can act.
Yeah, he is really
This whole
acting.
pilot thing is crazy. He even got the uniform.
He's got a backstory.
Got the wings.
He had pictures taken with a woman and some kids.
Wow.
A flight attendant laying next to him.
I say we give him a free continental breakfast.
Man, he's good.
Crack this guy.
Oh, this guy, they're going to have to write a very big check.
Ooh.
Yeah. They took him into the shower.
Oh, I think I'd go. You guys know that taxes thing? Never again for me. All right, I never have to pay any tax again ever.
No joke.
No,
not even sales tax.
That's right. I bet you the FBI has a pretty cool evidence room. I just want to go in there. I get to get 3 things. Whatever I want, no one gets to watch me. I just take those. I walk in.
That would be your payment for this.
100%. I can take some sort of secret document that I can burn the state down with. Maybe just some drugs. Have a good weekend.
Look at this. I have Saddam Hussein's hat. Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
Can you imagine this guy's asleep in his room trying to wake up to go in the 5 o'clock shuttle?
Yeah, no kidding.
To take some passengers across the country in a plane.
Plus, he's a pilot, so he's probably even more hungover the next day.
You imagine that happened to you, Josh? FBI comes in. All right, buddy, drop the lotion, drop the T-shirt.
I don't use lotion on either friction, Tom. But still,
I always forget that.
Willingly?
Now, I want to tell you that...
I want to tell you.
There's nothing better than the sound of this show.
There's nothing better than... Oh.
The sound of this show.
I thought we were doing something.
Listening through Raycon earbuds.
Da-da-da-da. Raycon premium audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank. They cost about around half the price. If you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, maybe low-latency gaming headphones, or a speaker with a battery that will last all night long at your next party, Raycon has got you covered. And yes, Raycons start at about half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycons has 3 customizable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, and awareness mode. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact on your life, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's right. Show us some love and you get a deal. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. The Raycon earbuds. Buy a pair for yourself and someone you like. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Bob/Tom.
It's Good Friday. We've got some Good Friday updates for you in history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Hi, he's Bob. I'm Bob. And he's Tom. And I'm Tom. What is it, Tom?
San Francisco's gay Jewish congregation, Shah Ar-Zahav, has dedicated its new synagogue. This is true, with 2 members engaging in the ceremonial blowing of the ram's horn.
KIZZ-FM. Kiz. Lucky that doesn't start with a J. Stop it! Dr. Ruth, can I get pregnant when a man undresses me with his eyes?
Only if he's cockeyed.
Golly, Earl.
That might be a pretty good idea. I'd killed my wife when I'd wanted to. I'd be out of jail by now.
Dr. Ruth, when I'm dancing, what part of my body should not move?
Your bowels.
I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God.
Using laxatives and a rectal scope, doctors were able to collect evidence over a period of 4 days.
I must have one.
Rectal scope is a mouthwash. Your color's back to your face?
Oh, I was gray this morning.
So is yours, Tony. Tony, you're...
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've got to go. You're gaining weight. My wife, when the first time she was pregnant, all I saw of her for 9 months was her ass hanging out of a refrigerator.
And if you believe that, I can't say that. Bishop Emeritus Frederick W. Freaking, who headed the Roman Catholic Diocese. That's his name. He was 85.
Did they have to pull the freaking plug?
Hey, boys, this is the Pope. I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
7. Things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show and a look at history on this April 7th. Coming up next on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Brooks Koepka is in a 3-way share of the lead at the Masters in Augusta with John Rahm and Victor Hovland. Koepka trying to regain his reputation as a major player. Right now he gets attention as a surprise defector to Saudi-based Live Golf. All he cares, though, about is having healthy legs. He opened with a 65. Rahm, even more spectacular, his round of 65. Hovland played bogey-free. Tiger Woods struggled a 2 over 74. He's 9 shots back. Major League Baseball yesterday, interleague action. Giants beat the White Sox 16-6. Yankees at Baltimore and Houston at Minnesota both postponed. Boston beat Detroit. Toronto beat Kansas City in the American League. In the National League, Miami at the Mets and Cincinnati at Philly both postponed. Colorado beat Washington, Atlanta over San Diego, and the Dodgers beat Arizona. NBA last night, Cleveland, Miami, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, and Phoenix all win. And in the NHL, a full slate, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Montreal, Florida, the Isles, Nashville, Dallas, Vancouver, Vegas, Colorado, and Seattle all win in regulation. St. Louis and Boston both win in overtime, and Buffalo wins in a shootout over the Wings. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tonight on Bob and Tom Television's Animal Channel, it's Miracle Pests, the show that examines the unexplained actions and surprising heroics of the smallest and most maligned of animals, pests. We'll take you to Kokomo, Indiana, and we'll meet Roger Mondor and find out how termites ate through his floor, causing him to fall into his basement just before a tornado devastated his home. Next, we'll take you to DeLand, Florida, to tell you the story of Maggie Kunter and the mouse who ran up her leg and frightened her so badly she ran out of her house just before it mysteriously exploded. Then we'll go to Segmack, Arkansas, and meet the Cheeseman family. We'll hear their true story. A swarm of Canadian wasps attacked and repelled an armed intruder as the Cheeseman family napped in their home following a baked bean dinner. Finally, we'll meet Harriet Billingsley, who, upon discovering a swarm of pubic lice, rushed to the drugstore to get a bottle of Quell shampoo and, on impulse, purchased what turned out to be $1 million winning lottery ticket. Join host Dick Verman tonight for Miracle Pests. Miracle Pests, only on Bob and Tom Television.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
We all know cake's bad for us. Sometimes we try and disguise the fact we're having cake. It's breakfast. I can't have cake. I'll have a muffin. You know the difference between a cake and a muffin? What? Nothing. How about those mini muffins? How much denial are we in when we're eating mini muffins? Oh, I'm just going to have like 1 or 12. They're so small they don't really count. They're like muffin vitamins. When I eat them, I feel like an astronaut. That's why I have them for breakfast. You can't have cake for breakfast unless it's a pancake. How'd that slide through? You're not having cake for breakfast. You're having fried cake with syrup for breakfast. Now load up on that and try not to nap.
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
Oh, that woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris.
Safety first, everybody. Safety first. Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening.
Wild. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee back on Monday. That's the theory. That's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Truly a yeoman's effort today, Pat.
Just sitting back watching.
Son of a gun. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick. Here's Tom. Introduce Reno, Tom.
Reno Collier, comedian, is here with us. He's on his way to Owasso, Michigan, where he will be on stage this evening at the Lebowski Center.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
For a great show. That'll be cool. Tonight only, by the way. Now, a couple of other things I wanted to get to. This weekend, there'll be a lot of folks watching TV, CBS, because a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, God.
The Masturbators, this weekend on CBS. And I could hear it in the air. The call, just in the woods, the sound coming up. The voices are singing.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick, I was at McDonald's yesterday. I ordered 2 large fries.
You were at McDonald's and you ordered 2 large fries?
Yeah, but they gave me 76 tiny ones.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
You know what? I really like that joke.
You did?
Yeah.
You did.
It snuck up on me, and I had a great time.
Well, happy birthday.
Wait, real quick. Someone wrote to Willie, 30 in Roman numerals, XXX.
Yeah.
You are now XXX rated Willie. Big fan of that. So all you guys can call me XXX for the next year.
Okay, you got a XXX.
Hey, thank you. I love it so much.
XXX.
All right. Now, it's time to do a little bit of a review, test your knowledge of history.
I'm smart.
Time now for Today in History. Here's Tom.
Born on this date in 1770.
Ben Franklin?
No.
Oh, we have a match.
Benjamin Franklin.
You thought he would be 6 years old at the...
Oh,
there he is.
I thought it was 1700.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Lil Benny Franklin.
He's a prodigy.
Hey, listen to the kid with the lightning all over him.
He's a
Who signed the Declaration in a crayon?
Hey, these days we are listening to a kid about lightning, if you know what I'm talking about. Looking at you, Greta Thunberg. Get a job.
She's on your nerves, is she?
I can't believe she just wants her children to be able to live on Earth. What a jerk she is.
How dare you? William Wordsworth was the one I was looking for. Don't call him Bill.
No, he doesn't care for that.
William Wordsworth, born in 1770. No,
Boy,
Josh.
the die was kind of cast with him, huh?
Yeah.
Wordsworth?
Do you know where he was born?
I do.
If it was up your ass, you know where it was.
I think that was one of his poems.
Yes.
That was hostile. Do you remember the name of the place where he was born?
Walden.
Kent.
No.
Oh, that may have been somebody else.
Chelsea?
Walden Pond. It was the doula came over. It was a water birth. No. He was born in the rather awkwardly named place in the UK, Cockermouth.
Is that true? I had no idea.
Is that
Cockermouth. Boy, that is
what's now known as Chelsea. Does anyone know I'm lying right now?
Cockermouth.
That is just rough.
Cockermouth. As Chick would say, I'll take the mouth.
I just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't act like you've never done that.
I always pay attention.
I'm so sorry, Jim.
Damn right, Jim.
So-
I
And to the
know
listener.
where I am.
William Wordsworth. Now we go to the great jazz singer, born in 1915, Billie Holiday.
He is terrific.
She preferred Billy to William. Funny enough.
It's actually Billy D. Hollow. Billy D.
Yesterday was the birthday of Billy D. Williams, and it's not letter D, period. It's D-E-E.
Wow.
That's
Did
very
you know
good.
that?
I did not know that.
Gail Sayers and Brian
He was
Saul.
in Star Wars looking for see if there's any other black dudes in Star Wars.
I didn't make anybody mad yesterday.
I believe he played Gail Sayers in Brian's song.
I just said that.
He was Lando Calrissian.
Calrissian?
Yeah, you hit that weird.
Calories?
Yeah, he was an Armenian, and he does those commercials for Land O'Lakes butter.
Oh,
You know, if you fold that in half, the boobies. Okay.
Yeah.
the boobies.
Let's see. Happy birthday,
He was
Francis.
problematic for like 3 different reasons with that joke. That was awesome.
Francis Ford
Coppola.
Coppola.
No, his real name is Francis Ford Edsel. Did you know that?
Born in 39. 49, John Oates of Hall & Oates. I love those guys.
Oates.
Jackie Chan, born in 1954 in this state. In 64,
His father is Charles Chan.
the great actor Russell Crowe, born in 64.
That's a lot funnier than your line.
Events, Lewis and Clark begin their journey looking for the Northwest Passage in 1805.
Have you read Undaunted Courage? Bloviate,
19 I'll talk to you, Reno. 1970, John Wayne won his first and only Oscar. Do you remember what the movie was? It was not Genghis Khan. Thank you.
Pity Oscar for True Grit. Pity.
No, not for True Grit. It was for
Shootist. The Shootist.
True Grit.
Oh, True Grit.
Rooster Cogburn, I thought was what he won for.
True Grit.
I take Burn.
Isn't Rooster Cogburn?
There we are. Has you, son of a bitch.
How was that for a callback?
I locked Pat Godwin out of his performance studio this morning before the show started, and I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed. And then I also locked Josh Arnold out of his office, and I forgot. We talked about Griesesdieck beer all morning. I had a beer can collection as near as I can figure in 1973.
Reno, have you ever had a greasy dick?
No, sir.
Today, as we all know who we're in radio, it is Good Friday.
That's right. We got your weather and traffic in Latin on the 10s.
That's right. Brought to you by Rolling Rock Beer. And we talked about white squirrel festivals all over the country. The London Correctional Institute, LCI, is right where I grew up in London, Ohio. Got an email from someone named Teresa. Reno Collier stopped by. Remember him, Reno?
Yeah.
He was something.
Shame what happened.
That guy was fantastic. What a genius.
It's
man.
Shame his wife had to find the computer open.
Yeah. Boy,
Who would have thought?
Townsend-esque.
Yikes.
Christy Lee will be back Monday if she can find us. We enjoyed the vacationing Christy voice. we sometimes hear.
Where's the cabana boy? I want to smack his ass. I want another cocktail.
Asked me if I'd like a drink. Of course I'd like a drink. I'm standing, Armadai.
No, you're lying down to sleep.
My fault. Pat Godwin was thrown off all day by having his studio locked before the show. He could only do a song and a half.
And Chick, happy birthday to Triple X.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I forgot that was my nickname. Yeah.
Really, G.
Happy birthday, Sam. Oh, you're Willie. I'm sorry.
It's on Friday. Oh, you son of a...
And don't forget the one phrase from today's show, that's sweet, sweet platypussies.
Referencing the weird-looking animal with a duck face.
That's right.
And eggs and
duck face.
little harpoon legs. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.